Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 60, a nice round number of the Ascendant Art podcast. I'm joined, as always, by my co host, Slender Dad, who, when he's not working in real life, is also the partner stopping crime with Officer Mads. He has featured in a lot of game streams the last couple of weeks. How you doing, Slender?
I'm doing good. That's my night gig, man. With this economy, you can't just work one job. So I got to get out there and keep the streets safe.
That's right. The streets are never. Did you negligently discharge or get any loss of points this last time?
I mean, I intentionally discharged my weapon several times, but as I have discovered, you only get in trouble if you shoot cars or people. If you shoot road signs or storefronts, you're fine.
All right. Well, those are important lessons to learn for Police Simulator. So we are going to be talking about gaming tonight as our main topic. I think a lot of channels have been covering it, but Hogwarts Legacy dropped. It's a pretty popular game. I'm going to start by showing where we've got here from Metacritic, because this is going to be something we're going to be talking about is the pretty big drop off, just like Rotten Tomatoes and a lot of other things, between what fans are saying and what some critics are saying.
Only
So
some, though. Like this one, for the most part, the critics are on the same page as the fans. Um, we're gonna get to it. It's kind of gonna be the wrap up to this whole thing. But the critics, for the most part, are not doing their usual thing where they're trying to pan it because it's not woke enough, or go after it because J.K. Rowling wrote the books. Which, I mean, honestly, if you know anything about game development, yes, J.K. Rowling wrote a bunch of books. I guarantee you she had fuck all to do with the creation of this game. Sure, she gets a check, but who cares?
So this is where I'll say I disagree a little bit. We've talked about it some in a few episodes a while back about Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Rowling has a lot more control than most creators because of the way she signed her contract.
Yeah.
Like, so I bet even though she probably didn't supervise the like gameplay design and things like that, she probably had a pretty decent signing off on the storyline for Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm just saying, like, as far as the development of the game goes, like, she had nothing to do with it.
Oh yeah, that's like saying would have, like, she signed off on the elements of the wizarding world in Universal Studios, but she sure as shit wasn't like down there designing the
Supervising
roller
the
coaster.
construction and being like, no, this doesn't look right, change it. No, she had very little to do with
No,
that.
she wasn't like, I want to make sure that we have trackless ride systems that work on electromagnets in the floor. No, she's just like, no, make it good. Show me how it's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's what she did. So real quick, so Metacritic does have different scores for different, I guess, platforms. So we've got PC right here. The Metacritic score is 84, and the user score is 8.5 out of 10. On PlayStation 5, it is 85. The critic score, I think, is going to stay the same, but the user score will vary a little bit. It's a little higher on PlayStation 5, 9.2. And then on the Xbox Series X, it's 9.1. So it looks like the PC one has a slightly lower score, but I think we were talking a little bit before the show that could be related to patches, people's individual systems. Like, when you've got a console, the
Generally,
experience.
when you make a console game these days, when you make a game these days, the company is going to focus on optimizing for consoles. Optimizing for PC is an afterthought. And if they're pushing a deadline and trying to get a game out, the optimization for PC might not be finished with initial release. You might have to wait for a couple patches.
Can I also? I'm going to throw PC gaming under the bus a little bit here. And as much as
You better watch yourself, Will Chad.
what I'm going to say is, PC gamers like to pretend that all their systems are built to run whatever game they're downloading to play, and that is not the case. If you're PC gaming, you need to actually look at your specs and make sure that your system can handle the game that you're actually trying to play. And sometimes, just sometimes, I think PC gamers may not have invested in some of the hardware they needed to make sure that the game will run properly, and then they get bitter and maybe give bad reviews because the game doesn't work right. When it's not the game doesn't work right, it's your computer might need to be upgraded.
Yeah, if you're running like a fifth generation graphics card and you've got all the settings at ultra, guess what? Your frame rate's going to be shit.
Yeah, and that I mean, I think that's one of the main selling points of console gaming, right? That the hardware is uniform, so your experience is going to be generally uniform with other users.
Yeah,
The,
it's universally optimized to the system that it, and the system doesn't change. Like that is an advantage. I'll give you that.
I mean, it's basically the Apple versus Android argument, just in a different flavor. Like people like Apple phones because they're a curated experience. A lot of times, they always say, "Well, stuff just works on my iPhone," and that's because the hardware is uniformed and Apple controls a lot of that. That's sort of a simplistic way of explaining the console experience versus PC experience. The PC experience is very customizable. Like, what kind of monitor are you investing in? Are you getting 4K multiple monitors? Are you getting the graphics card? Are you making sure you're upgrading your RAM? Are you overclocking? Like, there's a whole, are you, are like, there's a whole lot of things you can do as a PC gamer. Whereas when you're doing a console, what are your choices? You really get to maybe choose whether there's ray tracing or not. If you've got one of the new versions, the PS5, you can choose some of the lighting effects that go into it, but that's really kind of a small nuance thing. It's not really a
Mhm.
big deal.
And here's the thing too. I mean, I'm a gamer. I play a lot of games. A lot of nostalgia gaming lately, but still, I've played some of the newer titles as well. And an 8.5 on Metacritic right now is still a really good score. Like that's still a really good score.
I feel like that would have been a good score pretty much any time. I mean, there was a period of I think, around Last of Us era, the first Last of Us, not Last of Us 2, where big well, we won't get into that. But there was a period where I think like IGN, all the like gaming, maybe around Gamergate, where there were inflating scores pretty regularly. but but you're right. I think 84 is a really solid score. What that tells me is the game's probably a good game. There might be some tweaks here and there that'll probably get patched. I mean, we live in the era where over time games do get more refined and better. Graphic problems get patched. If your experience is, what is the most famous for me as a PlayStation player? Do you remember No Man's Sky when that game came out? And it would
No Man's
promise,
Sky was a heaping pile of trash when it first came out, but it's
but
also
it's great now.
it's an amazing success story. Like you have to give it to those guys. Um, they kind of set the bar for like we released the game in a terrible state and we fixed it. Um, I hear nothing but good things about No Man's Sky from the people who actually bothered to go back and play it now. I've considered picking it up several times.
I know.
Waiting for that
That
sale.
one, that game was like there was so much promised when it came out, and they didn't really deliver at all. It's just fact. But they continued to support it throughout, and now I think something like Hogwarts Legacy, they're
Mhm.
going to have budget to do DLC support. I mean, I don't think that's going to be an issue at all for them. Like it's going to be supported. It's already a mega hit. As I put in our thumbnail, Harry Potter is just pointing his wand at an ATM and just pumping money out in to I don't know exactly who's getting the paid. Probably Warner Brothers Gaming. I don't whoever the developer is. Let's see. Metacritic probably says right. It is developer Avalanche Software, Portkey Games. Who
I
are
would
they?
imagine that just based on everything I've seen and read, and
Oh,
if you look like
Warner Brothers Game Montreal. So
yeah,
it's Warner Brothers.
but if you look right here, right, you've got 468 ratings for the PC version. Jump over to the other ones. 1,200 ratings
Hmm.
for the PlayStation 4. another 280 ratings for the Xbox One. Like this game is going to be a commercial success if it
Where's
isn't already.
how does the here we go, Series X. Yes, yeah, okay, so this Series X only has 280 ratings.
Well,
So
and on top of
PlayStation,
that, like go back over to that, like it gets a 90 on the Metacritic score there, or on the Metascore there from the critics, and is listed as a must play.
huh. Let's see, on PlayStation 5 it's an 85, on PC it's an 85. Not out on Switch. So
I don't
not
think
out
the
on
Switch can
Xbox
handle
One.
it from everything I've seen that's packed in
I
there.
don't. It's not a PS. Is it available on PS4? I don't. I think it must be next gen.
It says 52 days. Oh, did you see that? 52 days until game release. So PS4 isn't coming out yet. They're trying to delay that release.
For the Switch, 164 days.
They're trying to delay that release
Yeah.
so that you buy it on one of the next gen consoles.
Should we keep saying next gen? I guess it is just gen consoles right there.
I mean, the PS5 and the Xbox, what is it, Series 1 or whatever they're calling it now?
The Series X, Series 1, whatever.
Yeah.
The Series X, Series X.
I mean, I have an Xbox Series X, I think. I don't know. Xbox has a terrible naming problem. Their naming conventions suck.
The Series X is the newest system.
Yeah, I think originally they were calling it Project Scorpio, which was easy to remember. And then they changed it to another one of their stupid Xbox names that doesn't make any sense.
Project Scorpio was like a Bond villain. They don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, but it sounded cool.
It may have sounded cool, but you can't name your console that. You remember? I think, let's see, what were the worst? Atari Jaguar was one that actually had like a weird name. Dreamcast.
I don't know. Here's the problem, right? Throughout the history of Xbox, you've had the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and now we've got the Xbox Series X. Like, dude, just make it the Xbox 4. Just do what PlayStation is doing, because it's nice and easy and simple to remember. Like, what number are we up to? Oh, well, there's a 5 now. Easy to remember. Someone asked what Xbox is the most recent iteration of Xbox, and it's like, it's the one with the X's.
It's the one with the X's, the Xbox with the X's.
That's kind of my point. It's not a good name.
Yeah, I mean, all that aside, the systems are fairly comparable. I'm not going to get into the PlayStation versus Xbox debate.
Nah.
People are, it's like religion. There's, people are one way or the other. Let's move on from that. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that Hogwarts Legacy is going to work pretty much effectively the same on a Series X and a PlayStation 5 with some slight variation. And how long?
We're probably going to talk about wizard shit for the first hour. We've got to get into this. However, we're not really even talking about wizard shit, Mad. We're talking about the gaming culture around the wizard shit.
Officer Matt is welcome to come here and be. I mean, he is a certified weebologist. I don't know if that applies to wizard shit or not. And this is what I'm talking about. Xbox till he dies. Okay, that's what I mean. Don't talk to people like when there's a side Xbox, PlayStation. It's like Coke and Pepsi. People have.
Yeah, but Xbox is better.
Not really. PlayStation is, as I sit here with a PlayStation and you have an Xbox. I have an Xbox
guy. And a PlayStation, but Xbox is the better system. The controls are always tighter.
No, the controls
are always tighter. I
don't
give a shit what they say
about the actual control filler?
I don't give a shit what they say about PlayStation's hardware, because at the end of the day, the hardware is irrelevant when you talk about the network that supports your hardware. And Microsoft has a better fucking network infrastructure than Sony. I'm sorry, it's true.
Yes. No, all right. So we're not talking about PSN versus Xbox Live. That's a whole other argument. I am not. I am not.
What does your PlayStation connect to every time you turn it on?
Well, it works fine for the games I play, so that's all I care. Like I play first person shooters. The network is good enough for do that, and I play some other games too. I don't JRPG 20 hours a day or something. Oh, um, you done lost your mind. That's it. I'm on board. Oh, we're gonna, Officer Mad's gonna come here to lay down the law.
Who in chat is he talking to?
I think he's talking to himself. Because apparently we moved on from wizard shit to Xbox versus PlayStation, and that woke him up. That got him comfortable coming online. The irony is we have this debate, and you guys are doing all your game streaming on on PC. So
Well, PC is the easiest one to stream with, let's be honest.
well, yeah. Although PlayStation builds in all those streaming tools right into the system, so there's
So does
something.
Xbox.
Yeah, but PlayStation did it from PlayStation 4 and 3 or whatever versions. Oh, he may send a proxy. Oh, I wonder if Jason Voorhees is going to come in here and tell us about. Oh, Matt! Finally, somebody's going to stream with an Xbox because clearly that doesn't happen very much.
It happens plenty.
It happens plenty. I don't want.
I mean, I'm no longer a fan of Rooster Teeth, but Achievement Hunter, they streamed all their shit on Xboxes.
Did they?
So far as I know, yeah. The company rose to power by doing Halo Machinima. Of course, they were Xbox stands.
Machinima, like they went out of business. Who bought them and then immediately like closed them down? It was
Rooster Teeth?
no Machinima, whatever
Oh.
the
Yeah, the
pronunciation is.
people who actually took the name of something and decided it was the name of their company.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, see, here we go. I have issues with the way you have to stream using Xbox. It's easy with Twitch, but not with YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, if that's something PlayStation does pretty good, as far as I know, is streaming to YouTube and and Twitch. So, advantage PlayStation, and the DualShock is the best control.
I don't disagree with you that the DualShock is the best controller. I hate the Xbox controller. I fucking hate it. I don't like having my analog sticks offset like that. It makes it harder for me to push in the direction that I want to go.
The giant wedge of a control. I remember when the first Xbox came out, and I just this is not. I know people were swearing by it and really into it, and it just.
The only nice thing about it was in the event of a home invasion, you could knock the invader unconscious with that controller. Like, that thing was big.
Yeah, the flying wedge, not my thing. I said that the Xbox Live is better. I didn't say that the tools for the other stuff were.
He said he doesn't want to compare networks because he knows he loses on the network front.
Because, Xbox Live is like Microsoft had a friggin' goddamn cloud platform that they just used for their gaming. I mean, Azure and all that other stuff that they just applied to gaming to make and made an Xbox Live division. Although I think this might be the last Xbox console you're going to see, because it seems like they're really leaning into the streaming game kind of concept.
Yeah, just use your computer.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it. It's being like if Xbox Game Pass, is that what it's called? Game Pass is bundled
Game
with
Pass, Play Anywhere. They've got a couple things.
Yeah. So that's Xbox.
And the consoles don't make money. Like, up until recently, for the most part, companies would project and be willing to take a loss on the console sales because they were going to make that up on game sales.
You know whose consoles make money? Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Because they never put in like high end hardware. That's the reason consoles take so long to make money is because they're usually
Oh man. Put that one up there.
it's going to take me forever to finish getting set up if Chad keeps making Yeti level arguments.
Yeah.
You know, Yeti has good points.
You are Donnie from the Big Lebowski right now, Lil Chad. You are out of your element.
That's messed up, man. We all know what happened to him.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. You're out of your element.
Why are you so disagreeing with what I'm saying, Matt? It's true. All these statements are true. I did
Dude, I
not.
want him to come in here and tell you. I just want to sit back and watch him just lay into you on this PlayStation argument.
Number one, he's a Cowboys fan, so I can't trust him on some of these judgments. He's not 100% perfect on choosing things if he's rooting for the Cowboys. We need
I
to
mean,
put
it
that
sounds
out
like
there.
his knowledge of game systems is on point, though.
I've had PlayStation since PS1, and I've had GameCube, I've had Xbox, I've had what is what was after the Wii U, the Switch. I've tried all the systems since they came out. The only one that I didn't buy was Dreamcast. What is he's getting real mad. Maybe if you had gotten a sleep number bed like Dak Prescott advertised.
I mean, if we want to talk about our street cred as far as consoles go, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GameCube, N64,
I mean, if we're going
Genesis.
back, I had Atari, regular
I had the
Nintendo,
Atari. I had the
Sega
Atari.
Genesis. Did you have a Sega too?
PlayStation 1 through 4, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Switch. Like, I've had every system.
I've been trying to plug in this HDMI cable.
You have him shaking with anger.
Well, again, if you can't plug in an HDMI cable, that maybe that's why Xbox works fine for you. It's not as difficult or capable as a PlayStation. And the aesthetics, PlayStation, you got to admit, has rocked the aesthetic look of their game systems much better. Even PS3 looked cooler. That was the Spider-Man console.
I mean, I don't know, because my PlayStation 4 is the God of War edition, so it looks pretty nice. I can't deny that.
So apparently my opinions are so infuriating. This is really different because usually I'm the one who's not producing infuriating opinions. That's Slender's job.
I know, that's why I want to get Matt in here. I want to see if somebody else gives us a short for the panel.
That's true. We had, we rode some success the last 24 hours because we did a short Alpha episode last week about a certain person, and that picked up a lot of momentum today for a lot of reasons. So
we just talked about the Clout Goblin. We'll leave it.
Yeah,
at that.
that's true. Yeah, the Clout Goblin keeps giving updates too. It's what the Clout Goblin is like Wizards of the Coast. It has to keep putting out new versions of the card so that you buy it. You
let's
can
not
never
get into that. I do want to talk about some Wizards of the Coast shit later too, but we'll keep that in the bag of holding till it's ready for it to come out.
Yeah. So I'm trying to give Matt enough time to not get mad about what I'm saying to finish plugging in whatever he's trying to plug in so he can get it. But no, so I still have an Atari 2600, which is one of the cooler looking systems I've ever, with the paneling, the actual like 70s style wood paneling.
Yeah, it's got the fake wood.
It's got character, is what
Yeah.
it's got. It's got character. So I
No,
went from the Atari to the
and here's
Nintendo.
the
So
thing. I'm
yeah,
gonna give you this, little Chad. I'm gonna give you this. I was a dyed in the wool PlayStation fan as well. I was PlayStation. There was a game that flipped me over to Xbox. It was Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Because I don't know what the hell the
wait,
problem with the
do you mean
PlayStation
Force Unleashed?
Force Unleashed. Yeah,
I
Force
was about to
Unleashed.
say
Sorry.
Force Awakens was the
Yeah.
beginning of the terrible sequel trilogies.
But yeah, well, this game was as terrible on the PlayStation. But I had these problems
I
with the
had
game where
Force Unleashed. It worked fine.
no, the targeting was bullshit. The
Did you have a
targeting
pro?
system was
Did you have a pro
broken.
system or did you have a regular?
I had a regular.
All right. It
And what
seemed to
kept
work fine on
happening
the pro.
was I'd try to target somebody for like the old force throw, right? And or just to shoot or just to do whatever. And what would always happen is it would at the last second pull my target to somebody a mile away. And I was complaining about it. I showed one of my buddies and he was looking at it and he's like, "Yeah, it's doing it. Weird. It doesn't do that on my Xbox." So I tried it on his
It didn't
Xbox.
do it on my PlayStation either, so I feel like this might have been user problem.
Oh, it was not a user problem because I tried it on his Xbox and I didn't have that fucking problem anymore.
I had the
Like
same game and it
the
worked fine.
controls are just tighter on the Xbox. They really are.
Well, EA and Xbox are in an incestuous relationship, so it makes sense. Didn't EA do Force Unleashed?
Fuck if I know, dude. EA has never done anything good, so probably not. Let's look. I'm gonna look it up.
Let's see. Force Unleashed was developed by LucasArts. Was this back when LucasArts did its own game development?
Looks like it. THQ was also involved. THQ sounds
They
familiar.
made. We have someone joining the stream. Am I here to get yelled at?
I don't even know where to begin with you, Chad. I don't think I'm talking out of turn here, but Slender has became my favorite out of the two of you.
Yeah.
That's because you guys bond over arresting people.
That's because we don't have dumbass opinions. Listen,
Dumbass opinion. Let's hear this. Let's hear it. Come on.
All right. One, I was trying to plug in the HDMI while sitting down and I couldn't see, so I had to get my phone and get the flashlight. But you're like, I'm making dumb points again. Here we go. And then I got a comment. I was gonna bring in my proxy, but I'm just I don't think her yelling at you would have the same effect.
If we're talking about I don't know if she would pull off the yelling as well as you could. That's accurate.
Yeah, but she's probably going to make a diss track about you. Slender knows her skill.
That would be, it would be the first diss track. That would be fine. But number one, I have not made any takes that are actually factually inaccurate. Cowboys suck. True.
Oh, what the fuck? Listen, one thing at a time. All right, enough with this wizard shit. 3, just because you're saying things that may be factual doesn't mean you're right. You know what I mean?
I did not know you were going to run that angle, but okay.
It's an angle.
Can you explain how if I...
Well, I don't know, Chad. What are the parameters here? Because you're like, well, we can talk network. Speaking of network, it runs so great on Twitch to stream.
It's not the gaming network. That's not like...
Oh, that has nothing to do with it?
Well, the network
connectivity between the system and whatever platform you're trying to... No, but I'll tell you right now, with Xbox trying to stream on YouTube, you go through the Xbox app on Windows, and it doesn't have the same quality. It runs fine. It looks great for everybody that's watching, but if you don't have a second monitor, which I'm about to order one now, if it's on the same monitor, it doesn't. If you're not, you know what I mean. If you don't have your Xbox plugged into a different monitor and playing, it's rather than playing through the window on your PC. That's my only problem. So it's not even that big of a deal. I just need a second monitor to be able to have the same fidelity in graphics as I would playing the Xbox. But I don't even know where to begin, man. One, The PlayStation controller, maybe with its functions and its features, yeah, okay, but it sucks. Who
Okay,
who
so
puts
that
the
even
D-pad?
Slender,
No.
even
Who puts the
Slender agreed that
D-pad above the stick? Who does that?
it works great.
Dumb people.
It works
I,
great.
I
Like,
like
even
having the stick symmetrical. If they could make an Xbox controller where the sticks were symmetrically
Slender,
aligned.
am I gonna have to start yelling at you too?
No, I agree with
did you
you. I
miss
don't
the
like the
part where he
D-pad being
agreed that
above the sticks. I
did
want it
he
below the
agreed the
sticks.
DualShock is a better control?
Look, I have so many controllers. I've spent way too much money. I bought at least 3 from Battle Beaver. In fact, I may go grab one of those and spin my camera around to show y'all because these still piss me off. But I mean, the problem with the Xbox controller is there's a mechanical problem with the analog stick where it rubs the wrong way and that you get that drift. It happens in every fucking one of them. So now I'm using I forget what it's called over there. But I'm using a third party, and I've had quite a few third party, but I really like this latest one I got.
Ooh,
I'll go
third
grab it.
party? Yeesh.
But they're officially licensed with Xbox though, with Microsoft.
Do you not have a controller maintenance kit?
No, it doesn't fix it though. There's actually a lawsuit going on about this because they know there's a problem, but they're doing it like Jack does with in Fight Club. It would cost less money for them to deal with these lawsuits than it would to reimburse or replace the way that it functions.
Right. If X is less than the cost of a recall, we don't
exactly.
do one.
Yeah, that's exactly what the problem is.
Yeah, I've got a little toolkit that I put together. I can take apart a controller and fix the stick drift in about 10 minutes. So I've done that several
with
times.
the Elite 2?
Yeah.
Bro, you better get a package. I got like 5 of them up in this bitch. It's like the goddamn ring of death over here.
I used to fix that too. We used to fix those in our 2M lab. You just open them up, you hit them with a heat gun, reflow the solder, good to go.
I think that is I think Xbox had a legit chance to overtake PlayStation if it wasn't for that.
The red ring of death.
Well, that in the way that they launched it anyways, it was kind of messed up. They fucked up, but yeah, that the red ring of death really because they're not looking for a profit. I don't know which one Slender because it was a smart thing to say, but they're not trying to only in this chat, okay? But they're not looking for a profit off of the machines. They run it at a deficit. Building
they
the
take
machines.
a loss on consoles.
Absolutely,
sales.
on every console they sell.
I remember, I think it was PlayStation 3 where Sony was taking a ridiculous loss on each unit because they had that custom cell processor in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to compete with the Wii, which was made so cheaply and sold so well.
Yeah, you can't fuck with Nintendo, man.
And it's like, well, do I buy a Wii for $120 or do I buy a PlayStation 3 for $400? I'll take the Wii.
By the way, my comment when you asked Chad what does he get, what does he plug his PlayStation into? It was the Japanese. That's where that comment. There's actually a great little podcast called Business Wars, and they have like a 5-part little podcast series on Xbox versus PlayStation. It's really good. I'll see if I can get a link for you.
Oh, going way back to one of our original conversations, I'll make a plug for another YouTuber as well. Internet Historian has a video called The Engoodening of No Man's Sky.
The what?
That talks about how No Man's Sky was such a shitty game on release and how they turned it around.
Yeah, you can say the same thing for Fallout 76.
Is that good now?
So I played it regardless of how bad it was because I still liked it. I haven't gone back since they did the scaling thing. I like going to areas where I could just stomp on on everything, one shot kills. But now, like, they all scale. I'm like, oh fuck that. I'm not gonna go through this with danger.
This is too hard now.
Fuck yeah, man, bro. It's not a different story on easy or on hard. I'll play all my shit on easy. I don't give a shit.
I play on normal because I don't want to feel like a bitch, but at the same time, I don't want to waste hours trying to beat like one part.
Well, yeah, I'm being hyperbolic. I played on normal as well, but I have no problem dropping that difficulty down if I'm struggling for more than you know what I mean. If I'm dying 3-4 times at one area, I'm dropping that bitch down.
Dude, if I'm looking for that, I'm playing Dark Souls. Like, okay, I'll go play
I've
Dark
never
Souls
played it.
and just have the entire game stomp on my dick for the next 4 hours.
Yeah, no. If I wanted that, I would play online with the 12-year-olds and get my ass handed to me.
Did you guys ever play the South Park games
Yeah.
that they made?
Stick of Truth?
I couldn't stick with them, man. I kind of got.
All right, well, I platinumed that shit. That was great. The Stick of Truth was awesome. I had to do like 2 playthroughs to make sure I could go to Canada, get dire AIDS, and
I'm not a
trophies.
completist. I'm not a completist like you. I have no problem leaving the majority of achievements fucking undone. I have no problem.
No,
I think
but
the only game I ever platinumed was Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I'll be honest. This is the first time I've ever heard there was a term for it.
Platinumed?
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
In PlayStation. That's when you get. I forget what it is in Xbox, but in PlayStation, if you get all the trophies of the game, you get the platinum trophy for the game.
Xbox is just 100%.
Yeah, cool.
If you 100% it.
See,
I
that's
mean-
another nice thing is you get the platinum trophy is
Bitch, you can't take it home with you. What are you talking about right now?
Nobody gives a shit about the trophies though. Like achievements are where it's at.
Right? There's no difference between 100% and a made up fake it's not real platinum, Chad.
Yeah, they send you. Did they send you a little platinum trophy in the mail?
PlayStation
You put that up
does,
next to your YouTube first 100.
I think the PlayStation did send stuff to people for.
No, they did
platinuming
not.
Enough things.
No,
They did.
never.
No.
It
What
was
are we
like
looking
little
at
plaques
anyway?
and
I
things.
mean, I'm not.
Why are we still
complaining,
looking at this? What is this?
This is from Merriweather Comics. He does comic strips where he has PlayStation Chan and Xbox Chan.
I didn't even
having
pick up on
arguments.
that.
Oh, I see the PlayStation.
Hence the PlayStation
I
symbol.
was
Yeah, I see
looking
it
a
now.
little lower, so I missed it at first.
I wanted to make sure. Let's see. They also have that one is PlayStation 5 because PlayStation 4 was a. Let me.
Man, I stopped at PlayStation 2. That's all I needed to see that the Xbox was what I was going with.
The only thing that got me to buy the PlayStation 4 was I wanted to play the new God of War, and I loved it. And then I don't know what the fuck they did with the second one.
There have been a couple of games, I can't think of them now, that I've been tempted. Oh, you know what? Baseball. For years,
The show. That's the best baseball game you can get.
Ever since they stopped making it on the Xbox, 2K had a baseball game that came out. We've had nothing but these garbage ass arcade type. Even in the last few years, like we're making it more like a simulation. No, you're not. No, you're just making the freaking models look a little better than cartoon bobbleheads like on the Wii. But yeah, that was and then it finally comes to Xbox. I was so excited. I got that first one. I played this shit out of it. I was like, man, I miss baseball so much because I grew up playing baseball. That's my thing. But and then I bought it. I didn't even get it on Xbox Pass. I legit pre-ordered it. And then the second one's coming out. Did the same thing. Pre-ordered it. Highest version they had. They didn't change a damn thing. Like, I know we give mad and shit all the time, but it was basically identical to what I had just played.
Yeah, I've
that
never
used to always
understood
get
the
me.
sports games. It's like I'm just buying the teams for this season. Like,
Well, it hasn't always been that way though.
yeah,
They used
but
to
they're
have new
pushing the
features that would
envelope with
come out.
technology at this
Well,
point. Like,
But they're not even attempting to build from the ground up again. If you look at,
but they've got it in their head that every year they need a new Madden game. Every year we need a new.
Oh, absolutely. I get it every year. All right. I'm a hypocrite on that. I get it every year. But EA is the one that's at fault because and I think they should take the example from whoever makes the WWE games, because a couple years ago they had one come out and it was shit.
2K that does or THQ?
Yeah, no, maybe it is 2K. I don't think so. It doesn't feel like that's 2K. I had to look it up, but whoever it is.
WWE is 2K games, I believe.
Yeah, 2K.
Oh, is it? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And they're phenomenal. They're so much fun.
What?
I love the wrestling games.
Bro. All right, this last one was good. So what happened was they put out this shit fucking game a few years ago. Everybody hated it. So they said, "Hey, we're not putting a new one. We're not putting one out. We are going to rebuild. We are going to start from scratch." And they did, and they put out a really good game last year. I played it. I think I spent 8 hours just trying to put all my moveset on my character. It was ridiculous. It's too much.
Dude, that's what I love about that game. You get to make your intro. How your dude walks in, the outfit, the custom wrestler is.
Have you ever tried to put Benoit in as your name on the wrestling game?
Oh no, I haven't tried to do that.
No, I don't.
They will delete you. They will go in and delete your wrestler if you do that.
You know what's
they do that.
But
my wrestler was always called the Slim Reaper.
But just think of some poor kid. He's like, but mama, why did they delete my account? Because my name is Benoit. You know, there's other people with that name.
Yeah, well, the WWE doesn't acknowledge anyone with that name. You're not.
They're erasing their existence.
They went back into all the old, like when they bought the WCW.
Hell yeah, they did.
They deleted like every clip he was in, even in the old Monday Nitros. It was like you go back and watch, you're like, holy shit, he was like the main event that night, and it's just gone.
Well, they fucked up because they did the whole ceremony for him right when he went cuckoo bananas and killed his family and then killed himself. They did the whole thing like they always do when Owen Hart died. That Monday night. I don't know why they didn't want to wait, because it seemed just on the surface that there were some, messed up things that happened in that house.
You don't have to be an Officer Mads to know that maybe there was something that you shouldn't want to like.
It's one of those. Let's wait and see what happens before we dedicate an entire Monday Night Raw to him.
Yeah.
No, that one is just off the books now. It's like Benoit is crazy, and then what's worse is because. If you remember, Benoit's move was the throat. It was the throat.
Well, yeah, that was his taunt. It was a cross face. What was his move called? Slender crossface.
Crossface chicken wing.
No,
that was the other guy from.
No, he had the headbutt from the top rope. I don't want to put Benoit's name in my Google.
I'm putting it in. I'll look it up for you.
Yeah. It's a crossface. Oh man, I can't think of it. Now. I'm just thinking of Ghostface Killer.
He had all right. So finishers. He had the sharpshooter, the crippler crossface.
Crippler crossface. That was
crossface. Yeah. The bridging dragon suplex.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the sharpshooter
headbutt.
Yep.
Well, everybody could do the sharpshooter. They just named it different.
Ooh, man,
what is it? Jericho called it the lion tamer.
No, that wasn't a sharpshooter. That was that was an elevated Boston Crab. When he was in WCW, it was a lot better because they didn't ban him from having the body at an angle. You know what I mean? They were elevated and then to the side, rather than just being, both legs on each side of the body. You know what I mean? There was a difference with his lion tamer. It was legit. Same thing with the pedigree.
The search suggestions when you do Chris Benoit into Google are actually pretty messed up.
Oh, really?
Did Chris Benoit crippler crossface his son?
No.
That's like people ask.
You didn't have to share with us though. I was about to start talking about video games again.
Now brought it all dark.
Anyway, let me bring it back to the light. So when I worked at EB Games, I remember I always would have arguments with people that would come in, and I'm like, y'all need to get. They'll be like, oh, they're going to get a new system, right? I'm like, Xbox, way to go. And they're like, oh, no, it's inferior to the PlayStation 2. And I'm like, all right, dumb. Let me ask you a question. You really think 4 years after that system was built, the technology is worse.
Yeah, so by the time the Xbox was a better tech system, probably
Yeah.
than the PlayStation had the library at that point. I mean, until
Yes, that's an
Halo was
argument.
really Halo was the only thing really going on for Xbox at
The
that
fuck
time.
it was.
You can't
How
tell
about
me
Steel
that
Battalion?
I
Halo
will say
was the
PlayStation
killer app.
exclusives are really the only thing that has kept them alive
Yeah.
through a lot of these console wars. They've got some
Mhm.
pretty good exclusives.
If
That's
you
why
mean
they're
that
freaking out about this
PlayStation
Call of Duty
actually
shit.
makes good games, that like
No,
Ghost
I
of
wouldn't argue that
Tsushima,
they make good games.
PlayStation.
Yeah. But man, we got that Grand Theft Auto. That was a blow.
Grand Theft Auto was amazing. That
It was
was
better
I
on
rem-
Xbox.
That was Grand Theft Auto 3, maybe, not really.
Vice City.
Not at all. Vice City was the best Grand Theft Auto game of all time.
No, San Andreas was the best.
No,
one.
it was
Didn't
Vice
even
City.
play it.
Vice City was 100% the best one.
I
was the
like
most
San
fun.
Andreas. It reminded me of like if you took Fable and put it into a fucking GTA game for no
I
purpose.
really enjoyed the first Fable. The second one, not so much.
The second
waiting
one
on-
I thought was okay. It was really short. The third
Yeah.
one was fucking hot garbage.
GTA is best
forgot
when
about
it
the third
leans into the comedic elements strongly.
Oh, you mean Saints Row?
Well, not now, but yeah. But yeah, Saints Row.
Dude, it's still fun. The girlfriend and I are having fun with it. You just have to ignore everything every NPC says.
I
If I
have
just-
what do I have? I've got a Saints Row. I have Saints. I have all the Saints Row games.
Yeah, dude.
I have Saints Row 2, Saints Row the Third, Saints Row 4.
Yep.
I've never played any of them.
The girlfriend plays two things. She plays Saints Row, and I mean, for years now, that's all she's been able to play because she's been waiting on this new. And I felt so bad when I had to tell her the news about what the new Saints Row was going to be. And she almost wrote a letter, not an email. This chick was
gonna
about to
write
write them
a real
letter
letter and like put
Yeah.
a postage stamp on it.
because she was so mad. She was like, "These fucking idiots! That game was so diverse. What are they
know what's
talking about?"
What's amazing is that for the people who
Wait,
made the new
what do
game,
they
they wouldn't
do
even
on
know
what
how
the
to
new one,
open a
though?
letter.
Have you not seen the girlfriend and I play that?
I've seen you playing the game.
Oh,
but you
man.
said there's a new one and they're doing
Yeah.
something to it.
No, the one that we're playing now.
okay.
She was waiting years for it because, by the way, she's a lot better now. But it used to be where for her to shoot someone, she would have to move left or right to try to get them to line up with the reticle or whatever because the right stick was too much.
Oh no!
It was funny, but yeah, no, she's good now though. But yeah, that or The Sims. That's it. That are her two things. That's why I got her an S and not an X.
Well, yeah. What's the point? It's like,
Right.
The Sims. That's.
Oh, bro, she's all about that shit. But
I
yeah,
mean,
Saints
she
Row
used
okay.
to play Second Life way back when or something.
No. Bro, did you not just hear me what I said about how she had to aim? You think she's mouse and keyboard in this shit?
I mean, aiming is easier with a mouse and keyboard.
The fuck it is. I don't think so, man. I had to play that prison simulator this morning, and I think I ended that stream in about 30 minutes. One, the game was shit. No one spoke English. They're all like, derper, 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 German or some shit. And then the text would come up. But I was forced to use the mouse and the keyboard, and I haven't done that since, I don't know, Age of Empire, my junior year in high school.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, I think we should move on to the article that I wanted to talk about. And Mad, you shouldn't leave because although it says it's an article about the Harry Potter game, it's really not.
Oh man, I was gonna tell you about why I got fired from EB Games, but yeah, we'll move on.
Wait,
to
no.
Wizards.
I want to go to why you
Yeah,
got
wait.
fired from EB Games. 'Cause
We can wait.
I feel like this is going to be an interesting story that might involve people being told to go somewhere.
Listen, what I'm about to tell you is 100% true. I have no reason to lie. Okay, this was years ago. All right, I was at a aeronautics school in Oklahoma, and I got a little job at the EB Games at the mall. Oh, it's fucking awesome, bro. I was just turned 18. I was 17 when I first went to the school, but I'm 18 in the mall. That was a job to have. You know what I mean? But anyway,
I mean, if you're in the mall, yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Back when the mall was a thing. But
I was you can ask Slender. He knows the mall I worked at when I was younger because
Yeah.
it's the biggest mall in Virginia and Potomac Mills. But
it was fun.
and it was crazy. It was,
Yep. Well, we didn't have showers and shit at our mall. That was a callback to.
Did you
Shopping
have
Mall.
crazy parties at the furniture store where y'all had sex and robots tried to kill you?
We did have killer robots.
that's a nice reference to movies with men.
Yeah, I keep getting distracted. Did you see my other Star Wars video I put on with Order 66?
Yeah, that was you sent the link in on that one.
Yeah. I like that one. I like that score is from Guy Ritchie's movie about King Arthur.
Oh, the King Arthur.
Yeah, I think it's called The Huntsman, right, or some shit like that.
No,
anyway, it doesn't matter. The score was better than the movie, and I'm a big Guy Ritchie fan. Anyway, so I'm at EB Games, right, and in our where our apartments were, I had a roommate, and then across from us was two guys, and then above them was one guy, and then we had an old black lady above us. She did not care for our antics because when we had parties, we would use all three apartments or whatever, right? And remind me next time I'll tell you about the ferrets and how that led to my roommate's mom being sent to the hospital. Anyway, but with this one, so I'm working at EB Games and I'm closing down on a Saturday, right, by myself. So I'm close. I was a good employee. Closed it, and I'm going out to my truck, and I'm on the phone with my mom, and she's like, "Oh, talking about Nico Latte. That was my chocolate lab." Because I was Rico Suave, he was Nico Latte. Anyway, so I completely forgot to take the bank bag to the bank. But it's Saturday. The bank is closed on Sunday. No problem. Put in the deposit. Good to go, right? So Sunday, me and the guys were like, "Man, we're hungry. Let's go eat." I'm like, "Oh, perfect," because I need to drop this bag off. So we all get in Mike's car, right? One of the guys, sedan, Anyway, and so I'm in the back seat, and I put it behind me underneath the rear view mirror, right? Windshield or whatever, if you know what I'm talking about. And it gets a regular sedan. Well, we kept fighting about where to go eat. We didn't even end up going anywhere. Went back to the apartment, completely forgot about the deposit bag. Okay, this is where you have to stay with me and have faith in me that I will not lie to you. We live next to a casino. An Indian casino, so we could go because we were 18, right? We'd go play, blackjack or whatever, just mess around. And it so happens that Mike and a couple of the other guys, they went to the casino that night, and someone broke into their car and stole the deposit bag with all the money from a Saturday.
Oh
shit! Right. Saturdays were your
yeah. Yeah.
Maker.
And people still use the cash back then. So,
oh shit, yeah. On weekends.
Yeah. So I had to call my manager, Otis. Cool dude. He was late. Looking back now, he may have been 2 years older than me. But at the time, because of him being a manager, I guess I thought he was, I don't know, your age. But so yeah, I had to call everybody, and everybody got involved. The regional manager, everybody. And I finally get a call from, I don't know what level. Every EB Games bow to him in the southern states or some shit, right? And he goes, "Look, I actually believe that insane story." Because people just wouldn't make that shit up. They would come up with something better. And I was like,
"Listen here, kid. Your story is so stupid. There's absolutely no way this is what you would tell me if you had stolen that money.
There's no way that this, you're like, oh, I got it. I got the perfect cover story. So we went to the casino."
You're basically. Do you remember Empire Records? You're like 3/4 of the plot of that movie is your story.
I've never seen it. Don't tell you know who, because it was like one of our favorite movies. But I've never seen it. I'm not gonna see it. Anyway,
How are
I
you
have no
not?
interest in it.
All
I don't
right.
have any interest in it.
You'll
But
enjoy. It's '90s. It's good stuff. Renee Zellweger was in it when she had a normal face.
I
It
never
was
thought she was that attractive. Um, oh, and I always got her mixed up with the chick that was in Biodome and all. In
Kylie Minogue.
is is that the one with no
Oh wait,
titties?
no. Oh, you're thinking of no. It was the girl who was in Big Daddy with Adam Sandler,
Yes.
and also in Mallrats with
A-
she was topless in Mallrats and
And in
Chasing
all
Amy.
right, all right, all right.
Yes, she was. Oh, that's what Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dazed and confused.
No, but she
Yeah.
was also in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No, wait, that was Renee Zellweger.
Yeah. Anyway,
See, now I'm doing it. God damn it,
anyway.
Madge.
So I still get fired, right? I'm like, you know what? Can't even be mad. It's kind of understandable. I was a little irresponsible. I get it. But
little?
was yeah, a little. Look, man, I was 18. This is the first time I've ever been gone. I don't think. Listen, I went to the aeronautics school without ever being in a plane or even really wanting to fly because they wouldn't let me sleep during their presentation. They put paperwork in front of me and I filled it out and I got accepted and I didn't apply anywhere else. So that's where it went. My decision making in my life hasn't always been the best. Okay. Because after that, I wanted to be a radio disc jockey, different story. So anyway, so yeah, I'm like, yeah, I understand it. But what sucks though is the dude that they hired to replace me, this dude was selling games at half the price under the table for
Just
a
pocketing
minute.
like what was his brilliant scheme to be able to cover for the inventory loss? Or
That's
did
how
he
they
just
caught him.
not care?
He
That's
did
a
not.
pretty
He
big
did not anticipate them tracking. It
oh,
was a little
shit.
easier though, because at the time you would take the games out of the box so they could be on display, and you would have these drawers behind the cash registers they would be in a slip or whatever. And so if somebody bought that copy, if you didn't have one in the back, you'd take it out of the sleeve and put it back in the box. And then people are like, "Oh, it's not new." It is new. I just moved it to this fucking thing so it can be on display, guy. That's how displays work. Anyway.
We don't keep the disc in the display because you could just walk in and walk right out
Right?
with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also just take money and go to a casino and just
You son of a bitch. Look, I
No.
really didn't steal the
I
money
believe you.
though.
No, I believe you.
I have no reason. The statutes of limitation are up. But
mean-
he ended up costing them 3 times as much as what I did.
I remember because you're talking about back when people still used cash, man. The movie theater I worked at it was in the busiest mall in the entire state. Our numbers would be like the top 5 in the East Coast for attendance.
Damn.
And so on Saturday nights, because of the cash, like you had the Dropbox deposit in your business, it would get so full, it wouldn't even you couldn't even stuff another bag of money into it.
I mean,
Because it was
they?
we'd have to call Brinks and be like, you need to make another run because we need to get this cash out of here.
I say this with utmost respect. Did they even did credit cards even exist when you worked at this movie theater?
Yes,
It was
they
still
did.
with the crank, right?
No,
And you
it
had the
was-
guy in there playing the piano as the
It was like the little credit card bowling alley where he went.
It was the late '90s.
Oh, okay.
But credit cards were used at that point. They represented maybe 10% at most of your transactions.
Yeah, you could identify who had credit cards by their Zach Morris phone that they had with them.
I mean, direct deposit wasn't even a thing. You
Yeah.
had every payday, you actually had to go to a bank and cash your check. Which
Yeah,
was
man, you kind of feel
annoying
bad
as-
for bank robbers. There's no point really.
Well, anybody who's robbing to get cash, even convenience stores. I
Yeah.
noted, I thought about it the other day. I was buying a pack of gum at Sheets, and I was like, I used my debit card for the 79-cent transaction, and I was like,
Yeah.
I thought about man, people who rob gas stations must be lucky to get $60-$70 in cash. It's whatever the drawer opens with is probably what you're walking away with.
Man, I saw a video yesterday somewhere on Twitter. This dude was robbing a store and was reaching over trying to grab her while the guy was trying to fight him off, and that dude's chick came up with a gun, pow, pow, right to the head. I'm like, man, you did that for $40, but you just gave up your life for what? You can't even get a game for that. Are you kidding me?
And now when people are
You
so
can't even
desperate
buy a
for
carton
help,
of eggs with $40.
dude, there are businesses around here like giving you $50 to show up for an interview because they
What?
need. Yeah, Slender can tell you like they were so desperate for hiring, they were giving money out. They were advertising like putting signs up. If you show up for an interview, you get like some kind of cash or gift card, something.
Yeah, I bet I've heard stories about different restaurants, especially because of everything that happened. They were given like sign on bonuses,
Signing
like it's
bonuses
the
to work at a
NFL.
restaurant.
Yeah, that ain't
Because
me, man.
nobody wanted to work there, which
Nah.
is it's crazy because people don't know the mall used to be a great place to work. You could hang out,
Oh,
you'd have
so
fun,
awesome, dude.
and you have cash. Like for a teenager, you'd have like $20 in your pocket. And you could buy
Mhm.
it. You don't even like kids today do not understand the buying power of $20 back then.
Oh, it was insane.
You could actually like I could go and buy food and still
Yeah,
have money to buy other things for myself later.
I mean,
Dude, I could gas
$5
up,
in
I could
gas.
buy food and have a few bucks left over.
Yeah, dude, you get back in the day when I first started driving, $5 in gas that get at least a quarter.
10 would fill my tank.
Oh,
10 I had a Mercury Topaz, so and the gas was ranging anywhere from around like 80 to 95 cents a
oh,
gallon.
bro, I had an F-150 with that sports bed or whatever with a 4-inch lift. I'm from East Texas. I grew up on a cattle ranch. My
Yeah,
my
the
dad
4-inch
was.
lift comes standard in Texas, doesn't it?
You would think it would.
Doesn't it just shotgun rack for the back of the truck too?
No, man.
That's my
Look,
truck gun, you some bitch. Don't make fun of it.
man, growing up, if you did not have if you didn't have a quarter tank of gas when you made it to the home, you're not getting to the gas station. That's when you had to have gas on the ranch because you just wouldn't. It's too far, man. I ran out of gas a few times. I remember being young and my dad swerving left to right trying to get what little gas was still in the tank to go into the hole.
To like swish it around so that did you also like I'm gonna put it in neutral going down the hill to try to make sure I can get
Everybody
not have to
had
use
theories on how to save gas. I remember one chick, every time we came to a red light, roll down the windows, turn off the AC, and shut off the engine. I'm like, what the fuck? It's gonna be green any second now. And then we would have to turn everything. I'm like, I feel like that's not the most fuel.
I used to do the
windows
whole
being down
shifted
is
into
actually
neutral
less fuel
thing.
efficient.
I used to do the whole shifted into neutral thing. That backfired on me.
Why?
Because what's right past neutral is reverse.
Let's see.
Is this why you have so much trouble driving in the police simulator?
Yeah.
No, it was like we were on E. We just had to get to the gas station, which was like another 2 miles down the road. We started going down the hill and I had an automatic, but like I'm trying to shift it
What
from
the
drive
hell?
to neutral. And it slid right past neutral into reverse, and I'm pretty sure I almost dropped the tranny. It was bad.
Oh, see, all my trucks, I had my dad was a wholesaler, and so he never even had a truck. He just took home whatever he bought, which was great because when he would take my truck in to get it decaled with his guys and everything, I would get to drive. Ooh, I wonder what he brought home. And I swear to Christ, between my junior and senior year, man, all he would ever drive home is the Ford Ranger single cab, the small one with no additional features. It was
one of my best friends from high school had one of those Ford Rangers.
Yeah.
It was like the baby blue, like 2-door, super small cab Ranger.
Oh,
And we would do like some of the stupidest shit in that car. Like he
Dude.
would always try to like gun it to get air on a couple dips and roads. And I was like, this is not the car to do that, man. And he'd do it.
So I had to keep using that when he would take my truck because he could never get rid of it because it was a piece of shit. I'm like, are you trying to keep me from getting laid here? And then if he wasn't taking my truck, and he would bring home some amazing vehicles that I wasn't allowed to touch, asshole.
These are the ones for his job, and he's like, "What's the matter, Dad? I can't drive like the Maserati, you son of a bitch." Like, no.
No, but yeah, so it was a standard. I didn't have my first automatic. Oh man, till I was married, dude. Because I went from the F-150. When I graduated, I got a new Dodge 1500. No, that one was automatic, wasn't it? Yeah, that actually was automatic. Thank God too, because I was in Oklahoma, and that's a hilly fucking place, dude.
Shit, do they even sell uh,
Oh, I have no
manuals at
idea.
all?
You
Like,
probably
They
have
don't come
to.
standard anymore. They are a special order. They
Yeah, I was
actually
going to say you
cost
have to special
extra.
order them.
we had when I first got with my wife, she was driving, and she bought this from my mother. It was a piece of shit Cavalier. Like you remember those like circa 2000 like two-door Cavaliers with the popped up, trunk that always got a dent because it was so popped out that everything would hit it. And that thing was so annoying to drive. Like the shift, like the transmission was just not very good. I think Chevy just didn't give a shit. And like it's a Cavalier. Who's gonna care? I hated it. I was like, I'm never buying a manual ever again in my life. Luckily, at the time, my wife, who was my girlfriend then, it was like her main car, and I was like, you can drive that. I'm driving my Honda Civic that has an automatic. Thanks.
Well, when I got back from Iraq and I was out of the hospital and stuff, I bought a new Dodge Ram, 1500. It was a 6-speed manual transmission, single cab, but I had 210s behind the seat. Man, that thing was slick. Not my favorite vehicle I've ever had, but man, that thing was up there.
Would you? So Slender, what car did you buy when you joined the military and got your money?
Oh, this was after.
I bought a totaled Pontiac Sunfire at auction for like $800, and then just rebuilt that.
Here, let me teach you how to ask that question, Chad. What did you buy with your deployment money?
Yeah, so yeah, this is my experience from being in a military family and being around the base for so long, that there were two types of guys who, when they joined the military, the
They got that
completely
bonus.
irresponsible ones who just went right out and usually bought a Mustang. And they usually buy it from the stupid dealers right outside the
Mhm.
base that would have like a 29% interest rate.
Yeah,
So
they do
trustworthy.
predatory lending.
So they could repo that shit after you missed one payment. And then, or the other guys who are like, I'm not, my entire bonus, deployment, everything is just going in the bank, and I'm hopping a ride with the guy who has the Mustang because he's going to go marry the stripper, and I'm going to keep all my money. There was like no in between. I couldn't figure out why.
Well, yeah, you have the guys that buy whatever with their bonus, and then you have the post deployment money that you'll see big buys. But my favorite was my Audi S5.
You bought an Audi S5?
Not right after. Look, man, I
That's
had
a nice car.
money. Yo, that was a dream.
That was like the little Spider convertible one, right? Or did you not get the convertible model?
No, I didn't get the convertible. I'm a man. What are you talking about? I'm not a chick. What? I didn't get in the pink either, if you're wondering.
You don't want to let the top down and have your hair blowing in the wind?
Nah, I didn't even stop. I just drove by. Continuing to the next block.
Nice. All right. Well, I think I need to pop this article up because Slender's wanted me to let him rant about
Who
it.
cares? We didn't even get to finish our PlayStation Xbox conversation.
Well, it was
No,
finished.
we did. Xbox is superior. We have
It
determined
is.
that. Moving on.
Because legitimately, it just is.
I will grant you that Xbox Live is a better gaming network,
Which is
than
foundational to the
PSN.
experience you have with the system.
You know that you can play a game without it being online.
Biz, you think I'm going to a store and getting physical? I'm not Tom.
Here's the thing.
You so
kinda
you don't
can't play a game online anymore because
I
9 times
only-
out of
I-
10, it's pulling resources from the network and only front loading part of the game to your system.
I don't give a shit how it actually works. I always get the physical disc and it plays. That's how it works for me.
Oh my God, you're so old.
Even with the physical disc.
I have physical media. I have Blu-rays and DVDs and movies that way.
8-tracks. I get it, man. Laserdisc.
Look,
By
I'm
the way,
not
we
one
are-
of the vinyl is not. I'm not an audiophile, so I don't give a shit about it. MP3 works fine for me, but I know that
MP4.
music
Come
people,
on.
whatever it is now, audio, whatever the format is. See, that's what I care about music so little that I don't even know I know MP4 is what I, encode video for when I'm making backup copies of my perfectly legally owned physical media.
I
All
had a
my
Game
shit's
Boy.
legally owned.
I had a Game Boy Advance. I had a PSP. I had a lot of systems.
I had a Game Gear. Anybody else have a Game Gear?
Jonas coming in here like Slender. The obvious winner is Game Boy. I'm glad he didn't say the Virtual Boy because that was the piece of shittiest system I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, you're lucky that you can still see anything.
Yeah,
There's a lot
if you
of
look,
the giant
look in
red
there.
laser lights. Did anybody ever buy? Like, I never knew anybody who actually had that system. I only ever saw it like on the
display at Walmart.
at KB toy stores
Yeah.
or EV Games.
And
Toys
you'd
R
have a
Us had
line
them.
of kids there waiting to.
Ooh,
waiting
I'm
to
gonna
play
go
the
blind
demo.
next.
It would look like Kramer in that episode where the restaurant opened right next to his apartment, where the red light was just blaring in his face.
The only thing I liked about that one was it looked kind of like Johnny Five.
Yeah,
I guess.
Or
Game-
Wally, but Wally didn't exist back then.
Oh wait, Blockbuster actually rented those? I didn't even know. He rented a virtual
man.
boy from Blockbuster one time. Never bought one. That's
I
right.
always wanted to
Blockbuster
rent
used to do the game rentals like of the systems too.
Even my local the movie stores, the non-chain ones or whatever. I remember I always wanted to rent a Jaguar because they had that Alien versus Predator game.
You remember they would do infomercials for Jaguar? I guess people may not be old enough to remember, but they actually did infomercials for Jaguar. And what was the Philips one? The 3DO or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, the 3DO.
Yeah, so they would actually have those online. And every time I saw the Alien vs Predator game or whatever it was, I was like, shit, I should get a Jaguar. That looks sick. Because
Yeah.
Sega Genesis was the system I had at that time. That was like the fun one because Nintendo didn't let you have blood in the games. You remember Mortal Kombat that wouldn't have blood in the Super Nintendo version, so you had to get the Sega one so you could see the people bleed when you'd punch them.
I didn't have a Sega. My cousin did, and we hung out all the time or whatever. So I was able to play all the comic book game. Remember that game where you're
comics. The comic book or Kid. Comic book. There was
I
Kid
forget what it's called, but
Chameleon.
he had that typical '90s blonde ponytail but shaved underneath haircut
with the sunglasses, and he had
Oh,
sunglasses
and
on the
fingerless
cover.
gloves.
Let's see, I'm looking
These
it
are
up.
all true.
It was Comics Zone.
That was it.
That was it. And yes, you are nailing the character design.
I can't
He had the
get it, bro.
ponytail with the sunglasses, the little
Yeah,
skater short with but he had like a cargo vest for some reason.
yeah. No, you're 100% right. He was just a skater boy, but
You
fucking-
said see you later, boy.
oh man,
Oh boy, let's move on.
yeah. Hey, he just wasn't good enough for Sega.
So was it Sega that had what was the one they did the Mega Drive where it would plug into the top of the Sega Genesis was the 32X.
The 3DX was it called 3DX?
32. I think it was
32X. I'm saying
32X. I think because
Yeah.
Sega was 16-bit, and then you could put this thing in to
32.
make it to 32. You
Yeah.
remember how gaming used to be easy because you would just double the number of bits from the old system to know that hey, this one was 8 and this one's 16. I know I'm getting a better one.
And then they had the Sega CD attachment.
Which was the only thing I remember about 32X. Jonas knows. The only thing I remember about Sega CD was that it had that game where it was a girl in her nightgown getting attacked, and it was when it was the movie. It was the games where it was actual
Sorority
movie
Killer,
footage.
Sorority Night, something like that.
And it was on all the that was the game they always showed clips of when parents were
Yeah.
trying to get like kids to not able to buy video games in the
That
store.
and Mortal Kombat. Those were the two. Yeah. I had the Game Gear. Did y'all have the Game Gear?
I loved Game Gear. It was the best handheld.
It
I
was,
used to
bro.
play the shit out
The
of
X-Men,
the X-Men game and the
Ren
Sonic
and Stimpy. Oh,
I
Jonas
think
is
I had a
our
Game
look at
Gear.
this Night Trap. He knew the name. Like
oh,
I
Night Trap.
think
Yeah, there you go. I was
there
close.
you go. Like
Look, I want
apparently
to
he was.
share. I want to share my biggest regret in gaming. I wish I would have kept this.
You had you
I
had the
had
Oh my
this.
god, you had the mech controls for Steel
Yeah,
Battalion?
you're damn right I did. I traded in my fucking PS2 to get that because I had an Xbox.
Look, you know,
Good trade.
I'm not gonna lie. That would have been kick ass to play a mech game with that.
Bro, one of those buttons it activates the windshield wipers.
That's awesome. I remember
But
when
only
because
one
I
game
got
though.
for computer PC gaming back in the day. I bought one of
Yeah.
the Thrustmaster joystick controls that was high end for and I was playing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and all that stuff, which was like one of the first games you could play online. And that thing made you so much better than other people playing online just because it had the throttle controls right there for you and you could switch guns and missiles and stuff
Yeah.
really easy. So I was like, my kill to death ratio was ridiculous. And people always said I was cheating. I was like, I just bought a control that works. Stop using the mouse and keyboard over there, Slender. That's
It would be playing against somebody that knows how to claw.
Oh, dude. Oh, I can't. I've tried. It hurts my hands.
Yeah, I can't do it either. Oh, you know what? I bet I can find those too. I should bring. I came across a lot of the hate messages I used to get because, no bullshit, I was one of the best players, period, on Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Period.
I got so bitter when you would do. I know what you're talking about. That you'd get the random messages like you're cheating,
Oh,
and other words way worse than that.
Listen, I used to roll with a whole group of guys. We were the Gits, right? I've told you all this shit. My gamer tag was Get Fisted.
You have told me that. I know that.
Yeah, that's a good gamer tag.
Oh man, it was awesome. My favorite was Get Jihaded. I had that for because we all had we had Get Hustled, Get Sprayed, Get Faded. Yeah, but Get Jihaded. I went with Get Tickled. I also get actually I think the girlfriend's account still has Get Shafted as the gamer tag.
That's
Dude, my buddy tried to get he tried to put in Get Raped in every possible way.
Yeah, but the AI not even letting you have
everything. I had Get Dicked for probably an hour.
Do you remember the golden age of when they first did the online stuff and you were making your gamer tags and people they didn't have any of those tools to filter out names when they first started, and I remember getting on the PlayStation Network on PlayStation 2.
Wow, that's
and when you had actually install the modem to the back of it. And Jesus, the names people were putting out there are just horrible nightmare fuel stuff. And I'm like, okay. And that's what was hilarious is that, Sony didn't let you change your name. That was their one of the problems with the Sony network for a long time. So these would carry over from when they started to PS2 to PS3, and then all of a sudden they would just get their entire account got nuked once they put those controls in. They're like, sorry, and he's like, I've been playing with this gamer tag for 5 years. Nope, not anymore. You don't exist. You never had anything. You're gone because you were using naughty words of a very bad type.
They went back and they made it so you could change it.
That's a recent. That's a recent thing for PlayStation. Let's see what's Mad adding in here. What are we adding? Holy shit!
What, slab nuts?
Oh, I hope your mother dies. Right? It's good.
That's that was not very nice.
Oh, bro.
The one I always see is uninstall. People tell me just uninstall.
Look, man.
Delete your account. Like,
Oh,
really?
I got so many more. The best, there would be dudes, they would, and again, on the controller, they're typing out these messages. I would get 3 or 4 messages that was just one long one, but he couldn't fit it into one, but he really wanted to tell me how much he hated me. And he spent all this time on his Xbox controller writing all of this out, just letting his anger flow. And I would respond with K.
Okay. Okay.
What would have been great is if they have the emojis back then where you could just put
No,
a
bro.
smiley face?
This was no, all of this was inputted with a freaking Xbox controller. Here's another one. I got a couple. This is when you just there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fucking cheating.
this person cheating, camping, spawn trapping, all
I
from
am
the
a
same
potato.
person.
Yeah, I still don't know. I have no idea who that dude was. He just randomly said, I am a potato.
Nice clan, GG, cheating, camping, spawn trapping, fucking cheating, fuck. Sent you a picture message. Did somebody send you a picture of their dick?
Oh, I knew that dude.
Oh, so it was one that you were ready to see. Good for you.
No, I don't remember what that picture was, bro. It may have been a plant.
Was it as good as basically he's like, hey man, I know you love sleepaway camp. I'm gonna be sending you a photo that's gonna make you think of your favorite movie.
So you were spawn camping and they didn't like that.
Well, no, they would accuse us of that.
People
First of all,
always say that you're spawn
Yeah,
camping.
well, here's
Right.
the thing. If you
it's
push
bullshit.
the team all the way back to their spawn
They
and are
get
just
random
killing them,
they get respawned somewhere else on the map.
yeah.
What I always a big fan of. No. We can we can contain them in an area outside of the spawn point so that it does not activate. It's too easy.
I always hated that because when I was kicking ass and when our whole team was pushing forward, all of a sudden I'd start thinking, I was like shit, and I'd turn around because I was like, I know the spawn points have flipped now and they're going to be coming from behind us, and I need to make sure that somebody is actually paying attention to our rear because we're going to start getting a whole bunch of people coming back here. And then if you've got a player like me who was thinking like that and starts killing people that way, they get even more pissed off, like spawn camper. And I was like, we were all the way on the other goddamn side of the map, asshole.
You spawned in behind me. I'm sorry you ran into my claymore.
It's like how have you been playing this? This was COD. It's like, have you played COD? Do you not know? Everybody knows how it works. There's spawn sides. You spawn on one side or the other, and when you push too far, it flips. Like, you learn the game mechanics, assholes. Like,
Ghost Recon was a little different though. When you spawn camp them, it's not that they come from your spawn. There's random. It's not random, but there's specific places where they spawn in after that. But it's in several locations across the map though, so they could be popping in from anywhere.
Yeah, if you're on a spawn point, it will put you at a different one.
Yeah.
That's why I started flipping to Battlefield after a few. Like, once COD started just getting too broken, I switched to playing Battlefield, and that was just more because you would spawn on your squad, or you would spawn to like you could choose your spawn point. That was part of the game mechanic. It was great,
bro. I would go 50-0 with a bolt action sniper, the MSR. I would go 50-0 easily. Don't come in, bro. You don't want me to bust out my F2000. I'll wreck you. You know what I mean? I got nothing there.
What is it? Staff.
Are these more of them?
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, these are all different people, by the way. That Marilam, that dude fucking hated me so much, and I
sent you a voice message like he actually recorded.
Recorded his fuck you.
Well, dude, look at the Flying Dutchman. He sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 voice messages.
I thought that must have been someone you were like.
No, I don't know. No, we were not friends. But that Moralam guy, I used to fuck him all the time because he was very homophobic. So I'd come, hey baby, how you doing? What did I tell him one time? I'm like, this weekend you're gonna have to cover the couch with towels because you're gonna be bleeding.
Oh my god, did you really say
Hell
that?
Yeah, dude. I thought this one dude. I was so bad to him, man. I was an asshole, man. But I fucked with him so much. I legit thought that he offed himself because we hadn't seen him forever. He changed his gamer tag, but he was a Navy guy. All right, sorry, Slender. But what happened was one of the maps is this giant boat or whatever, and he's talking military shit or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, dude, you were in the military? He's like, yeah, I was in the Army. What were you in? He goes, oh, I was in the Navy. Never mind, never mind. I guess we don't have something in common,
Harsh, dude.
right?
I mean, it's funny, but harsh.
Oh, that dude testified that everybody hated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he didn't. I streamed with him one time. And this dude, he wanted to troll me so bad. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna be our new favorite channel. Just you wait. They're doing this." I was like, "What? Where should I look?" So, "Oh, you're gonna see it, right? But where should I look for? Is Twitter, YouTube? Just you wait." And somebody said something about him being in the military. I'm like, oh shit, I was in the military as well. And he goes, I was like, I was in the Army. Where were you? Oh, Coast Guard. And he goes, no, go ahead, make all your little Coast Guard jokes. Why would I? You already know them all. You lived them. I don't have to tell you.
Yeah, all I have to do is look at you after you say Coast Guard, and everything that I've thought in the next 5 minutes.
I was like, bro, that was your lived experience. So what can I tell you? You don't already know.
I feel like
what am I gonna say? You suck. You know you suck.
You remember it's like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the end of the movie, where they're like, we don't need to see the movie. I lived it. That's Coast Guard people like, oh, what did you, oh, I lived that shit. Like, what did you live? Like putting on the orange life jacket and like,
I shit you not. When I was down in Norfolk, right? Like, obviously, huge Navy base, everything else. We were listening to the radio, and there was a little bit where they're like, "Oh, a tearful reunion between Coast Guard sailors and their spouses after they had spent 3 weeks at sea." And I'm like, 3 weeks?
Jeez,
3 fucking weeks?
The only people in the Coast Guard that get to say anything, in my opinion, are the rescue divers. Those fuckers are legit. Like,
oh yeah,
there's
there's some legit people.
Like those guys are actually doing legit work. But everybody.
But don't ever talk to me about how hard your 3-week deployment was, motherfucker. I'm sorry.
Like,
don't.
I was in the military, man. I had a whole deployment. Where'd you at? I was in NOAA Corps, bitches. What did you do? I did weather radar, you sons. I took measurements of seawater temperature. It was crazy. Which NOAA Corps, I think they do technically get military benefits. It's some shit.
All right,
that's surprising.
I just found fucking motherload here.
Oh, did you find some more hate? You got to do a video of like the Emperor Palpatine, like letting the hate flow through you while you're just going through these messages.
Yeah, I'm trying to put them all together. Edit location? Is that anything I can do? No, that's not something I should do. Album. Check. New. Got it. Oh, okay, cool. I did it. So, all right. So now I can just do not a slideshow, whatever you call it. You get it, nerd.
Nerd. He's going to make pictures move after one another.
Well, not move.
It's science.
Okay, well, it's not working like I thought it would. I thought I would. Oh, I got to add a title. And enter.
Salty bitches from gameplay.
And check. Okay, now I can do it. Yeah.
No, if he said that was his title.
Yeah, that what was FSFSFSFSSS. All right, here's.
Watch the number of S's you're doing there.
Yeah.
So he was trying to do but he was off center.
I got a new gamer tag. It's get fucked in your mouth behind all those S's you got growing on your face is the thing. I can put this message on your MySpace posting. How old is this?
I mean, the date's right. Oh, how old was he?
No, like MySpace, like.
Well,
Unless
that was
supposed to be a
2014 was
joke.
when the message was received.
Yeah,
so
but I think we were on Facebook by then, weren't we?
most people.
Yeah,
were,
we should have.
Yeah,
been.
yeah,
So I
because
think
we had a face. The Gets, we had a Facebook
this
group.
must have been trying to mock you, saying you're still on MySpace
Yeah,
at that
you're
point.
still on
I
MySpace.
guess.
And this guy's gamer tag. Hold on, can you go back to that one?
White Nasty.
Yep.
White nasty.
Yeah.
Clearly a white.
I liked his
supremacist.
brother. I got along with his brother. It was a small community, man. Anybody worth a shit in that game knew each other. But
Yeah, that one
here's.
didn't have. This was the. You said it was Ghost Recon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was not a huge player base. So
Nah, this one's a meme I made. I said I don't know Spanish, but pretty sure he's telling me good game. And if you see this,
that is not what he's telling you.
nah, I'm pretty sure.
was it the narrator joke? That was not what it meant in Spanish.
I can read this one for you. I appreciate the way the Get Squad Nah, you can read it.
I appreciate the way the Get Squad strategizes and flexes superior team strategy, but you hooligans crossed the line by being bullies. Strategy you lack is restraint based on situational awareness. In a nutshell, you guys blow nuts for hacks.
So he was so mad that your team had good squad,
Yeah.
stuff that he was saying. Like, he's acknowledging that you're actually a well practiced squad. But
if
that
you
means
weren't
you're
bullies,
a hacker.
you'd suck more so that we didn't feel so bad about how much you kicked our asses.
Basically, man.
You shouldn't have run up the score, man. You were already going to win. You didn't have to win by that much.
Oh, boy.
I always got accused of this. I think it says stop.
Does that say?
Oh, stop hacking cunt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this
That
was my
like
rep.
a guaranteed message you would get if you ever had a match where you went over a 6 or 7 kill death ratio.
Oh, bro, easily I could do that. Yeah.
In COD, every time I would be hitting those numbers, I would be getting messages from the people. My brother would always tell me, he's like, "Why do you let people message you?" And I was like, "Because it's funny. I like seeing that."
I loved it. I'll respond to them too. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's
But
my favorite part is to actually engage them.
I've gotten a lot better since then about the way I talk, because I wouldn't be like, "Man, I'm gonna bang your mom tonight." I would throw daggers at their souls,
That's what you go for.
Yeah, specific things that are identifiable. Like, let you say some fucked up. Let your grammar be fucked up in front of me.
Yeah, 100% avoided you. I mean, It sounds like you've definitely gotten better because you couldn't have possibly gotten worse.
Oh yeah. No, another fan. Get Clan. Potato Cake. I don't know that. I don't remember that guy. Oh hey.
Please tell the rest of your gamer pals I said thanks for being courteous, but I would not willingly invite my online pals to play against you guys. I imagine you're quasi-gamers attached to PCs.
Playing on Xbox 360 like you, bro.
That was the nicest one, though. Fuck you, MF.
From Humberto, go back to see his name.
Sorry.
Humberto Carr.
Humberto Carr.
Humberto Carr says, "Fuck you, MF."
Fuck you, motherfucker.
This is from Blazing Brian. No idea.
Fuck you, glitch, lag, and hacker motherfuckers. Play fair and makes the game funner, and people like you wreck it. Oh, poor guy. He's like, Wreck-It Ralph. You're Wreck-It Ralph. You're gonna wreck it,
bro.
Dude, here's the thing, though. The glitch lagging part, you can't control the lag that way.
You can if you're actually cheating. You can
if you're
cheating, if you had a lag
you
switch.
can get tools to do it, but
But lag itself is not something you have control over. I think it was Call of Duty 2, right? There was somebody lagging like fuck in one of the rooms. I literally ran around a corner to take one of the points, saw this dude who also ran around the corner, unloaded an entire magazine into him, and then died. Watch the replay. I never shot.
So one of the problems with this game was that it did not have dedicated servers. So if
that's right, it was the era where the player would shoot the host.
Yeah, somebody sets up a host
the game.
machine.
Yeah.
Well, no, you wouldn't. It would be some said it was random, some said it was based on whoever had the better connection or whatever. But it was fine in a lobby where everybody was basically equal, not equal skill, but nobody was worth a shit, right? No one's gonna notice. But if one of us gets the fucking host, bro, it's murder time. You know what? I'm putting up 70, 80 easily.
Yeah, that happened with me in Call of Duty a lot. Like if we were hosting, whew,
Yeah. It's over, bro. People would want to play against us in the clan matches or whatever. And as soon as they got in, if we had host, they would bounce. They would they would quit
yeah, I mean, if you were
immediately.
hosting, like me and two of my buddies, like if we were hosting, we could like 3v10.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easily. But it was randomized. So sometimes you would want to link up with this clan to battle it out. And if they get host, fuck man, it's gonna be a rough day, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Oh, the only dude I saw that was laggy on this game noticeably consistently was my buddy who lived above the Arctic Circle. He lived in a fucking igloo. Of course he lagged.
Yeah.
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 Well, they didn't have Starlink back then, so
No.
probably was.
Not like he's got fiber run up there. That shit
What-
melt the igloo.
Wait, hold on. Like Slender, I would like you to do a rendition of this message with
if I-
with the same effort you put into the
what's
Miami
name here?
monologue.
This is Ghost Rider Peen. Go to fuck your asshole, motherfucking gringo.
Oh man, the Brazilians were the worst on this game because they have shit internet in Brazil, and it wouldn't even matter if you were the host. Their internet was so shit. Them and Australians, don't ever play those guys. Well, you can. I don't give a shit. But some of the Brazilians pretty cool, man. There was a lot of rivalries, man. Because again, we did talk a massive amount of shit.
Well, the Brazilian guys, they're like, I live in a in a slum. Like what did they call them? The favelas. It's like,
Well, and,
this is our
and with
life.
the level that the internet was at, if you were playing people in Australia, I mean, minimum 300 millisecond ping, like because the internet just wasn't as fast back then.
Well, let's be honest. People from Australia don't know how to work the internet at all.
No, they don't.
No, I haven't met anybody from Australia who's capable of doing anything on the internet.
I'm still not sure Australia actually exists.
It doesn't.
I think that the only people who say they're Australian but can do things on the internet are lying and clearly creating a false identity.
Yeah, I think we know one actually.
Yeah, he's. My guess is he's probably from like New Jersey and just keeps odd hours and pretends it's Australia.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna appreciate this. Yeah, I'm an ordained dudist.
Of the
You
latter
have
day
been
Dude.
ordained by the Church of the Latter-day Dude. Okay.
I completely forgot that had my whole name on it.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, well, he's the one who told me who put it in there. So
Oh, I didn't even think about it, bro. I was just hanging out with you guys. I wasn't even thinking of people watching.
That's
No, we
okay. I
don't have
showed
a
my
huge
face on the dump yesterday on accident. So
Yeah, it's a little different though.
Oh shit! This is on camera. At least you didn't dark side fill it, so that's fine.
well, I went
Yeah.
to click mute, and start cam is right next to mute. So
I've invested a whole like no dollars because my company gives them out for free on those little slide covers for the cameras.
yeah,
So that even if I accidentally hit the button, it's still just gonna be not anything. It's because I've done that. It's like, oh shit, I'm good because I forget because we have to do, mass all those team meetings online when you work from home, and I have to like remember to unslide the camera so they're like, I can't see you. Oh, okay. That's
okay. Well, that being said, we have derailed. We are
We have.
already like damn near coming up on the end. Let's
Yeah.
throw that article up just to show why games journalism
I'm
has
sorry,
turned
you
into
wanna
kind
have
of a
fun?
joke.
I thought we were having a good time.
we
We
were
are.
having a good time, and
So I
You
guess
will
somebody's
enjoy
bones
this.
are starting to hurt.
Slender's an old Navy guy. You can't deal with late night. So this is the review that got him completely ready to just spit fire. This
They
is
gave the
from
game a 1
Wired.
out of 10.
Yeah, so this is Wired magazine, and the rating is 1 out of 10. And here's would you like to go over the blurby breakdown of why it's
Oh,
1 out of 10?
the good stuff, their pros apparently are it helped me say goodbye to the setting for good. And the cons are the story is rooted in anti-Semitic tropes, the gameplay feels dated, the graphics feel like they're a couple generations behind, all the characters are one-dimensional, it doesn't stay true to the established lore, every character feels like an off-brand version of the characters we know and love, there's no sense of place, no magic, no heart. Now, here's the funny thing about those cons. I've read several reviews on this game now. Every other reviewer is giving this thing extremely high marks and saying that that stuff is all great about the game. Like this person is not honestly reviewing the game at all. I think she actually mentions she actually mentions the game twice throughout the entire course of this article.
Let's see if we can find one of the good quotes here.
When one of those voices comes from the author who taught you about accepting yourself, a person you thought truly saw you and kids like you, it hurts in a way I honestly hope she never understands. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. This has nothing to do with the
With the
fucking game.
Nope.
Just
Nope.
because you don't like J.K. Rowling and one of her political viewpoints on something, you wrote an entire article about it and you forgot to actually play the game and maybe give us some information about the game.
Correct. Now, Mads, you would think that a very high-end video game reviewer who was assigned for Wired to cover the top-selling game of the year
Whoa,
would
before
be
we get to that, there's one more
okay.
paragraph we got to look
Cool.
at. Scroll down.
All right. Scroll down. Tell me when it comes up.
It's little more. Right here. There's a direct correlation between how open Rowling becomes about her bigotry and how flat and heartless Wizarding World media becomes. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's because LGBTQIA plus people and genuine allies are some of the best creative minds in the
Shut
world.
up.
And these films and this game were made largely without them. Now, here's the problem with that argument.
Well, hold on,
Based on
Slender.
what we're seeing in the industry, this
I need
game
to.
is
I need
kicking
to
ass.
pause. I need to pause because the next line clearly explains it. The game industry is far queerer than most people realize. There you go. So you're
Then
missing the
why
point.
do they love this game?
Did you know that all the things you know and love about your favorite games were made by queer people?
What? Who says this?
This is the next sentence, the next
This is the
paragraph
next
down.
paragraph. This is the
No,
article
it's not.
about Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. Like this is the Hogwarts Legacy review. You haven't noticed that yet?
Oh yeah. I saw this covered by Clownfish earlier. I read one from the Mary Sue that was bananas as well. Spoils the whole game in the first sentence. Gives away the ending and shit on purpose. It says it's
Wow.
good. It's good that it's being spoiled all over the place.
I remember when people were ready to go nuts when people were spoiling the ends of some of those books, and now they're just doing. But it's
In
crazy.
the yawning emptiness at the heart of Hogwarts Legacy, I see the quiet solidarity of queer people and our allies in game development.
The quiet solidarity. Okay.
Well, here's
what
what's
the
here.
fuck does this have to do with the game?
All I know is people actually had a job that they could get paid to do for this game instead of like not getting paid. So that's probably helpful to living your
And there
life.
are probably a lot of people who worked on this game that either one, share a lot of your political viewpoints, or two, don't give a shit and are just trying to make a good game and get a decent paycheck. Fucking A.
So yeah, it's. I don't even.
Agreed.
I don't even know
Understand.
what to say about it because this is so utterly stupid for a game review. Like,
Yeah, like to the person that wrote this, you were supposed to load up the game, pick up a controller, and play the game. Instead, you bent over backwards and rammed your head so far up your ass, you would need a piece of plexiglass installed in your stomach to see where the fuck you were going.
that sounds factually correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
This is the person who goes out on patrol with you, Matt. You're gonna start getting complaints.
Man,
think.
he's scary, right?
I know you're gonna start getting like it's gonna be training day before you know it when you're driving around. It's gonna be like King Kong ain't got nothing on Slender.
I actually said that in our first patrol. Thank you very much. We were going through my neighborhood and I had to assert my dominance.
Is that when you were shooting rounds off into the storefronts?
Yes.
Man, he was shooting rounds off randomly the other night.
He was explaining to me that he's discovered that as long as he doesn't shoot at cars or people, he gets no negative points for shooting the rounds off.
Oh, really?
That is
Is
correct.
this not correct?
Oh, wait, what?
No, that's correct.
Apparently, he spent a lot of time figuring out the point systems for where he can just negligently discharge his firearm.
I am
Really?
well aware of what I can and cannot shoot.
So what I wanted to get at, Matt, sorry. So this review is clearly ridiculous. What I'm saying, so Wired is a fairly well-known internet site and you would think that Hogwarts Legacy being the number one selling game, they'd assign somebody really high end to do their review.
Or even
I'm gonna
competent.
I'm gonna show you. This is the author, who's a writer and reviewer. I'm gonna click on the name because we know on the internet that on that site it should show you other articles they've written. So I'm expecting to see a lot of video game reviews, right?
Nope. You're gonna see a lot of. Oh, I already know the punchline to this.
There's definitely a lot of products that this person's been reviewing
Mm-hmm.
that are not that well, I guess you could say they're games oriented, but they're not video games.
I mean, actually, in defense, I'm pretty sure some of these products might be compatible with the game's vibration functions, depending upon what games you're playing.
So the just for people to see clearly, the article that they wrote right before their review of Hogwarts Legacy.
What was the other one we found in this body of work? Like the best office chairs?
Oh yeah, so that's under the more stories. We had to go back a little further.
Oh, I'm interested in that one, man. I've been thinking about getting a new one.
No, you're not interested in that one.
Here, because this is there it
There
goes.
it is. 18 best deals on office chairs, sex toys, and tech.
How are those things go to whatever?
Yeah, like these are
you-
not these are not
You
related
sit on
categories.
sex toys, right? So you're gonna need a good office chair to set it on.
I mean, I can't fault your logic here.
I mean, I've never thought that
You
you
don't want
needed
one
to
of
have
those
an
ones with
article.
cloth. You need one that the suction cup can fix itself.
Like, I've never realized that I needed to measure compatibility with those products before I bought a piece of office furniture. But I guess some people dual use a lot. So this is like, what is it? If they were in an RPG, what class are you? I'm a dual wielder. So
What?
dual wield is something for each hand. Like one is a
Oh
control.
yeah. I know what it is.
Yes, so they're making their products like dual use. They're gonna have toys and chairs and tech, and it's just this person's not. There's no other video game reviews. Not one.
There's
They assign
not
them
any
to
other video
Hogwarts.
game reviews. There are like 2 other video game related articles, but what it boils down to is based on what this person said about the game versus what actual, reviewers said about the game. I don't think they even played it. Like, I really don't. Like, there were no objective statements whatsoever made about the game. The game was glossed over in 2 of what I think was 20-something paragraphs. The rest of it was just spent talking about how much they hate J.K. Rowling. And it's like, you were supposed to review the game. That person should be fired. That's it. That person should be fired. You did not do your job.
it's a terrible, terrible thing.
And this is why games journalists are always a joke nowadays, because shit like that somehow slipped through the editing process and made it to print.
So the one for the Mary Sue today that was giving away the spoilers and everything, and the endings, assistant editor at the Mary Sue. So, yeah, it's a systemic problem there at the Mary Sue.
Yeah, we really do have a problem with systemic wokeism.
Mm-hmm.
The Mary Sue might as well just be called Cuckoo Bananas, the website, because their content for years has not ever has not been on, in my opinion, gone beyond Cuckoo Bananas.
Dude,
the
just
articles.
call it Karens.com.
I don't know. Some people might go to that website thinking it's a whole other kind of thing. Are you searching for a woman who can yell at a manager at a moment's notice? Karens.com. Did anybody I know I didn't, but Slender, did you buy Hogwarts Legacy? That's not your kind of jam? I know you're not a Harry Potter person, right?
Here's the thing. I'm really close to wanting to buy it because it looks like a good game at the very least. But I will probably wait until it's on a discount if I do pick it up.
I was really close to buying it just because of how much hate it was getting. I was like, well, I mean, I want to join in.
Clearly,
I just want to be part of this. I just I wasn't gonna get the game, but now this is happening.
Gotta ride that hate train. I
don't want to miss out.
I wanted to do it out of spite. Like, oh, to play the game. Well, I've never read a book nor seen a movie, but I kind of want to buy the game now. You know, that's because innate in me is when you say no, I'm like, maybe I should.
Yeah, but all the people acting like that's weird too. Like, that's how most people ended up finding The Witcher. Like,
The
played
Witcher
the
3
game,
was awesome.
and then they went back and bought the books. And then they started watching the show. But the game was like what started it.
Oh, yeah. I had no clue until Witcher 3.
Yeah. I played the first one. I thought it was too depressing. Like, yes, you were given choices, but it was like bad option 1 or bad option 2 was almost always.
So what you're saying is you didn't really enjoy the game till you had the choice of who to woo and bed.
That helped. That helped a lot. But no,
did you go Triss or did you go
that would give you a positive outcome instead of it just being negative no matter what?
Did you go Triss or Yennefer?
Triss, all day, every day.
Oh, I went Yennefer in the third. My ending in the third was so bad. I got the one where you go back to the two witches' house or whatever to get the medallion from Cersei, whatever her name, Cece, what's her name? Whatever, it doesn't matter. The blonde chick, Ciri, yeah. And you kill the witches, and then you go inside this cabin, and you're ripping everything apart, and you find it. And then Geralt, he sits in this chair, and he drops his sword as he's just his head's down, and there's monsters crawling all over this cabin, getting ready to go in. And they start pouring in, and he just sits there in this chair with his sword dropped on the ground. I was like, oh my God, I have to go back so far and undo this. I'm so sorry, Geralt.
You got the bad end.
I mean, the worst ending. But I don't like women. You know what I mean? I'm not making decisions for them.
That's true.
Well, then that's why you got the bad end.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
What is the ending you got, Slender? Did you play multiple times to get different endings?
Never finished it.
You never finished the third one?
It's been how long?
I have a mental block, right? This has happened to me in many, many games. If I sense that I'm getting close to the end of the game, I lose all desire to keep playing because I don't want the game to be over.
I mean,
it's happened to me in several Final Fantasies, and you could probably guess the point, but I was trying to do all the side quests, and then I wanted to hop in the boat and sail out there and see what was out there. And then it gave me the warning, end game ahead. If you haven't finished everything, you might not be able to go back and finish it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me go back then. And then I just stopped playing.
Wow.
I know how it ends. I know the different endings. I've got buddies who have finished the game. I never got around to it.
Man,
Well,
crazy.
that's going to take away a lot of your gamer street cred there. You
No,
know,
it's not. And you don't get
uh,
to talk to me about gamer street cred.
well, I never claimed to be a gamer's gamer. I mean, that's
Gamers gamer.
maybe that's what you should pick your under tag when you're with
The
your
gamers gamer.
the gamer's gamer. I mean, it's not as good as a YouTuber's YouTuber, but only
True.
one
But what
person can
is?
have that. Well, I'm trying to think.
Good luck.
No, there's not a lot I can do. I mean, I guess a certified weebologist, but if you're both,
But I'm
God,
bad too, yeah.
did you find your certificate?
Oh man, I was trying to draw it, but but you two were fucking with me while I'm trying to do it. I was like, well, now I got to make it look pretty. So then I tried to get a template, and then I just went down the rabbit hole with that.
Maybe you should skate. That certificate you accidentally showed with your full name. You could use that and just start putting graphics on top of it. As long as you remember to take your name off of it.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, we're gonna bring this shit up.
It's all right.
No,
It's all right. Like I said,
you can clip that out later.
Well, while you're bringing that up, we should talk ratings.
should we do that? Yeah. Let's see that. It's either that or give the Clout Goblin card update, but I think we covered that at the beginning.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
It's time for the ratings. I want to see what's
On the plus side, Witcher Blood Origin has fallen so far out. Like last week, it was gone. It's not sniffing any. It's not coming back. It's not getting any any kind of sticking power coming. It's terrible.
dude. It's
'Cause
not even in there anymore.
what you do see at number 3 in its premiere week, and I think
Valhalla?
this show, I've heard bad things that they're compared to the previous Viking seasons. This is not the best show.
Man, when Ragnar when he's gone, that thing was gone.
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Don't say it with an accent. It's trying to make me sound bad.
Okay.
He was the lead
Here's the
in
thing, though, Matt, and
the
this is
Warcraft movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Travis
I'm gonna
Fimmel.
have to at some point ask Matt, did we just become best friends? Because I totally agree. Like the Ragnar Lothbrok death was kind of it for me. I
Yeah.
tried to keep watching and I just couldn't hang anymore.
I finished the series, but they gave whatever her name is, his wife or whatever. They mourned her for 3 episodes. They may have mentioned Ragnar twice after he died. Just these fuckers.
Yeah, like it wasn't as good without him. He was carrying the show.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a big fan of Travis Fimmel. I think he's great, dude. He's a crazy dude.
I think
then
the
you've got,
last thing he was in was what Wolves was it Raised by Wolves was the last show.
Yeah, I love that show too.
That was a
I can't
weird
believe
show.
that one got taken down, man.
That show is weird as shit.
Now here's a weird one, and this is anecdotal, so it might not mean anything, but Ginny and Georgia. I know what that is now.
It's like a tween show, right?
Yes.
What?
My daughter is watching it. But here's the funny thing. I was like, "You're watching this?" And she's like, "Yeah, but I'm only watching it because I want Netflix to stop recommending it to me."
That
So,
seems like a bad. I mean, your reward.
Apparently, it's getting a lot of watch minutes because it is just beating the teenage girls over the head with, "You should watch this. Watch this. Hey, fucking watch this. We'd like you to watch this. Please watch this."
But in that case, Netflix wins because the teenage girls eventually are like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell Netflix not to do it by doing exactly what it wants me to do."
I mean,
That's-
they're teenage girls.
I'll be honest.
Do girls really ever grow out of that logic?
I'll tell you this: when you started that story about her, I'm like, oh, I don't like this daughter at all. I hope he has a backup. But when it ends, I'm like, oh, I'm on board with this one. Won you over at the end.
So we've got all right. So that's
Yeah, and she isn't even really watching it. Like I go down there and she's got it playing. She's doing her homework and shit because she's just trying to get it to stop recommending it to her. Apparently,
Bro, go ahead, Chad.
I was gonna say, did anyone watch the Jack Ryan the new season yet?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Not yet, but I want to.
I'll say this. It it felt empty in a way.
Did they bring what's her name back in? Because she was supposed to be his
Who?
future wife from the first season.
I didn't see her.
What is her real name?
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
asking
Oh.
Mad. He's not gonna
she
remember.
she was in Sucker Punch. She's actually a
Okay.
very attractive girl.
Ah.
All right, you guys talk. I'm gonna find out her name.
Holy shit. So I found a whole new treasure trove of messages and shit that I haven't seen in forever.
Abby
Oh,
Cornish. That's who I was. Abby Cornish is who I'm thinking of. Not that it.
Yeah.
The Circle's up there again. Is there a new season of The Circle?
Yeah, I mean the reality show stuff, right? That's one of the Netflix reality shows.
I can't say much. The Circle, the first season was a guilty pleasure of mine. I definitely watched the whole season. The second season, I hated those people, so I didn't bother.
Well, Netflix is once again dominating on the originals out of 9 out of 10 with only Jack Ryan coming in there and even putting a dent in there.
Dude, you know what should be up there that isn't?
What's that?
Fucking Mayor of Kingstown.
Mayor of Kingstown, hell yeah.
Did they drop a new season? That show's been out for a couple of years.
But the
right?
new season might not be up here yet. That might be it.
That's true.
Because this is
Other thing is, doesn't that airs on regular television, not just streaming, right?
What? No, they don't. I think they don't put it on the network.
Wasn't
anymore.
it on the Paramount network?
Plus? It's Paramount Plus, yeah.
I'm streaming it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but you have to do it under your Paramount Plus on Amazon.
Oh, do I have Paramount Plus on Amazon?
Yeah. Oh,
You
bro,
might
I
wanna
forget
check
mine
that
all
you
the
I
time.
can have Paramount Plus on Amazon.
You might want to check because you're probably getting charged for it.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
Dude, I'm telling you, sometimes you just need to say that your credit card was stolen, just to stop all of those fucking monthly charges. Because I have
They just,
subscriptions
like,
to shit.
Once everything logs you out, you're like, oh, which one of these am I going to actually keep?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that like 6 months ago. I saw a weird charge and I was like, what is this? So I tried to report it and then they're like, so this wasn't a charge for you? And I'm like, nope. So they got me the new card and everything. And then like a week later, I got a call and I was like, oh, that was what that charge was for. Yeah, no, I'm still glad I didn't pay you. Fuck off.
Oh,
Somebody's like, I forgot
Epix.
what the Epix that's like what shows do they have? They have some good
Oh,
ones.
dude, they have what was the Wittichick one?
Chappaquiddick?
Yeah, Chappaquiddick. That's a good one. What else did they have? Man, they have a few, dude, that are really good. But they're now MGM Plus. They're no longer Epics.
Doesn't that mean it should be on Amazon then? Because Amazon bought MGM. We should just get it with our Amazon Prime.
Man, I have so many. I can't listen. I just know what I know. They have Rogue Heroes, which I'm watching now. I think I have one episode left. It's okay. But I can't tell if everyone in there is gay or British.
This actually kind of speaks to a bigger
I feel like that should be the
problem.
meme from the Office. Which of these? Tell me the difference between these pictures. It's just like there is no difference.
Do you
Gay
remember
and British.
about 15 years or so ago when I mean, I know Mad doesn't because Mad was like 15 years ago, but like
What the fuck?
but do you
Bro,
remember
30.
there was a big push on cutting the cable back in the day?
Yeah.
Because like, why am I paying $200 a month for 800 channels when I only watch 4 of them? And then we had these alternatives like Netflix, a couple other streaming services that were around, and we were like, oh, well then I'm going to cut the cord. I'm just going to get Netflix and get me a YouTube Premium and call it good, right? Like now I can watch most of the stuff I want, and it's saving me a lot of money. Unfortunately, the pendulum has swung all the way in the other direction now. And it's like, you got to buy Disney, you got to buy Paramount, you got to buy Amazon, you got to buy HBO, you got to buy Netflix. Like everybody, all these streaming services are going to start losing fuck tons of money because people are sick of paying for all of them. Like I'm back up to $200 a month with just the streaming services. That's the reason I ran away from cable back in the day.
Listen, The girlfriend and I were talking the other day. I was like, man, because I was like, well, I think I have something saved on a playlist I was gonna show you because it's her birthday month, which means I have to watch horror movies. I'm not a fan of horror movies, but it's a thing we do for birthdays, whatever. Anyways, so I'm like, yeah, I got one saved somewhere. I'm like, shit, is that HBO Max? No, maybe it's Hulu. Wait, was it on Amazon? And I'm just like, oh man, I wish we had a box that or something that could have all of that in one place that we could plug up and then have a controller, you know? And I mean, that's where I'm at, man.
Honestly, if somebody
If you use a
developed site
Roku,
that managed your
it'll search the
subscriptions-
streaming services though,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Roku
I have
does it.
Roku.
So just do the little voice search and it'll check for.
How
all
am I
the
supposed to
streaming
search for
services.
something I don't remember on a playlist? I don't remember where I put it.
Well, that part you can't control. Like if
That's
it's like,
what I'm talking about.
It's like I want to watch the movie. What movie? You know, the one.
But yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of streaming services fold because people are getting tired of having to pay for I mean, you're basically paying for a channel now.
Mm-hmm.
Like every channel costs you money, and it used to be even back in the day. Like remember when Netflix first started doing the streaming thing? It was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, $4.99 a month, cool. What am I paying for Netflix now? $20 a month. Same with every other streaming service. It used to be like on Amazon, it's like, oh, I want that streaming service. That's like $2.99 a month added to my YouTube or to my Amazon Prime costs, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like $8.99 a month. Like you are making shittier and shittier content and asking me to pay more and more for it.
I've told you need to just do like I set up a Plex server, man. Just put if you guys had physical media, you could put it on
well,
there.
Dude, with the level of extortion that is happening with these companies and these streaming services, I think a lot of people are going to start sailing the high seas again.
I'm just saying, Mads, if you may have enjoyed content on a Plex server maybe sometime at some point, wasn't it pretty user friendly and
What
didn't cost a thing?
Plex? Are you kidding me? Did you
Yeah.
just say is it easy to navigate?
I think it is, but maybe
You're insane. That is no. It took me every time I try to go watch something on there. It takes so freaking long for me to figure out where the fucking thing is, and I just figured out if I'm looking at a movie, you probably already have it there. It's so bad.
Well, just pin the folder to the side, so you just get they're named movies or television, and then I'm just well, if in fact the Plex server was one that we might both have access to, but
All right,
wow,
guys, oh, man, I'm so excited that I have like 4 or 5 I want to show y'all so bad.
I mean,
all
I
right.
think we've
I think we covered the ratings.
All right,
let's
cool.
Let's do this.
So this was an alt account I had. I don't know if you can see my score. It's the one on top on the bottom. 97 and 17.
Jesus. What is it making you?
Score.
What is
Huh?
the
That can't be
What-
your score.
making?
Yeah, that's my dude. You can even see my indicator next to it.
That's not
Yeah.
the composite of all of them.
No, that's his individual score.
Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
So look here on
Oh, that
get the
looks way
pins. Look, get the pins. Get it? Get the pins. Anyway,
Yeah.
36 to 5. 30. That made me do 17. Why did I do this? Probably for a
19
reason.
and 16. Oh wait, the 17.
No, that's
and
get hustled.
yeah.
Oh, that's a mess up sending to this guy because he's an idiot. This one I got same old corner glitch pussy. 38 and 1 here. My get sniped account. 21 and 1 there. Just bullshitting. 43 and 5. 32. By the way, I'm doing most of this with a sniper rifle. Here's a good one. This is what it says. I'm going to read it because I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to travel back in time, find a dinosaur egg, bring it back to the future, sit on it until it hatches, raise it, love it, and then watch it mangle your lifeless and helpless carcass while I touch myself inappropriately.
Can I just say that I actually respect that one an awful lot? Like, if you're
Right?
gonna send somebody a like mean email, you
That's
had
what
fun
we
with
want.
it. That's the kind of fun you have with it.
Here's another one I got. I'm sorry I called you the F word. We can't say. My mom heard me call you that and made me say sorry.
That is the best one.
Oh, those guys penises for shoes. Oh, so you can really see it in this one. I have a. It's a. I'll get to it. I want to be in your team, please. I asked you if your whole squad uses modded auto aiming controllers. Every time you or your friend would kill me, you miss, but the bullets fly sideways around the corner and kill me. It is sad that you need mods to win. That was
Wait, go
36 to
back,
1.
Did he just
go back.
basically say you were like
No,
that movie
no.
Wanted, where you could curve bullets?
Yeah,
Here's
what's
the
up?
thing. Modded controllers wouldn't do that. An aimbot wouldn't do that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are cheats that people use where they can shoot you through walls and shit. But
Yeah.
what he is describing, there is nothing in the games that does that.
I mean, that's James McAvoy in Wanted, you know?
That's what I was just saying. You're bending the bullets. Angelina Jolie's gonna pop up from the side and
You knew I
train
wasn't
you.
going to remember there was a woman in that movie?
How would a controller do that? Is it like when you're when you're playing like a racing game and you like lean the controller, but you're doing it with your bullets?
By the way, look at this. You want to talk about putting a team on your shoulders. We won 539-7, 36-1.
Yeah, I'm looking at the kill death for everybody else. 11 and 10, 15 and 8, 17 and 10, 7 and 8 for Pony Boy 009. You were definitely. How did he score so much high? How did he have that? Oh, was he taking objectives or something?
I would assume, yeah, that would be the only way. 35 and 8 here, but I'm playing with Get Dome, Get Deviled. These are my guys, you know. Let's see. Oh yeah. So yeah, over 100,000 kills on just this one. 4.0, son. 4.0.
That's pretty effective right there.
Yeah. By the way, you see our motto for the Git Brotherhood? A wolf does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep.
It's true. It's true.
Favorite equipment, Claymore.
Hell yeah, bro.
Setting. Nice.
They quit on us on this one. I was 18-3. Devil had a great game. He went 38-8. The Sunny. 44-7 here with Beaver Eatwood. Fugazi. Oh, I remember some of these guys. Yeah. 31-0 here with Get
Deviled.
It's Get Fucked backwards.
Yeah. I picked up on that.
Oh, cool. 40-1 here. Playing by myself. None of these guys are my guys.
The other people on the team, there was another 30-7 player. You got ranked with some good players there.
Yeah, I know him. Oh, I liked Omega a lot. Dude, Omega and we were in this lobby one time. We're fucking with this guy, right? And I swear to Christ, he screams at us over his mic, "Have you ever been to the top of Mordor? Because I have."
What the fuck?
And he's just screaming at us. And out of nowhere, Omega goes, "Hold on, man. Are you talking about some Lord of the Rings shit? Are you talking some Hobbit shit?" And we busted his balls for the next 2 hours. Because he literally screamed at us about how he's been to the top of Mordor.
Well, I mean, was this gamer tag Frodo?
I don't fucking remember, man. 44 here, 32.
Who the fuck
56
says,
and
have you
4.
been to Mordor? Like, that's just like
It's so funny, man. Oh, what? No, that was probably. Oh, here's a good one. I'm not gonna read this one on your.
Nope. Scrolling on.
All right, everybody got it. Yeah. 37-3. Oh, this was one of my alt accounts. What do you think?
Get around. I like that. Yes, this gamer tag is available.
Yeah, man. Hold on, let me skip ahead because there were some things. Oh yeah, this guy. I like this name, Swamping Nuts. Somebody saying we're so great. Let's see here. A lot of great scores from me. Oh, cheating hacker. Sorry, dude, but I have to recharge my. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, I know Andy. Sorry, mic broke. I don't know. Oh yeah. Hold on. So before. Wait. Hold on, because damn it. Go away. I hate this bar that always pops up. All right. This guy is. Where is he at? Do I not have his other one? I guess I don't. This is what this dude's bio reads. FYI, my wife and I use this profile. She is known for being a elite player on Left 4 Dead. However, if I split screen with her, that's double trouble for you. Do not underestimate us. I'm known to be a elite player on Ghost Recon. I swift and quick on my feet and excellent at shooting my mark. Don't blank or you will miss me and you will be dead before you know it. Now I remember why I saved this.
Slender, as a fan of grammar, I'm sure this statement really
That is
appeals
exactly
to you,
right.
doesn't it?
Yeah, Fredo's that fucking.
I mean, in
vector
addition
using
to the
fuck.
fact that the grammar is shit, it's also just lame. Like,
Yeah, but yeah. Oh, dude, I stomped on his ass and his wife's ass fucking daily.
Like, what
Oh,
was
this
the
is
point
me.
of even adding in the part about his wife playing too? Like, this is
I don't remember. Oh, this don't need friends like you. I can sleep with a good
conscience is, I'm guessing, what he was trying to say.
yeah.
Spelled it wrong.
Oh, yeah, when I brought that up, that's why he was like, read the definition. I'm right. Bro, you're gonna double down on this shit? This is a dude I thought, off to himself. And then he goes, we're both wrong, but you're dumb to correct me wrongly. It's Tardo.
No,
He changed the-
That is conscious, which
Dude,
is not conscience.
Holy fuck, I remember this morning because I'm like, bro, what are you doing? How are you dude, look it up on your, I kept telling him, look it up on your phone before you do this. Oh, I started to feel bad for him. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, this is a good name.
Nope. Nope. Not that one out loud.
And the 40 and 5 for me. Yeah, all right, here we go. Oh, all from one guy. Fuckwit. You're a no hope, but I feel sorry for you. Why are you guys in text? You're a joke. That's like a bag of shit. Waste of space. And do yourself. You should have die. Cool, dude. Oh, there's more. Oh, no, that's the same one. Sorry. I didn't mean school me like that. Good game. If you got any tips on sniping, I would take them gladly. I know I suck at it. And then I didn't mean school me like that. Yeah. I went 38 and 4 on him. I can't believe there are people that care about an old dead game enough to still cheat. Sure, bro.
You know what's funny is the people who usually accuse other people of cheating are the ones that cheat.
Or they hear it so often because everybody is always accusing everyone of cheating that they think whenever they see something. Oh, recent orphan. Anyway, that's funny. I see so many fucking Brazilians in my shit. Oh, that's that Marlam guy. He hated me. Yeah, he hated me a lot. Dude,
Side note, did we lose Lil Chad?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard him talking around.
I don't see him.
This guy. Oh, I've seen
and
this
I don't
guy.
know how to stop the stream.
No. You're not so good at making pleasant conversation with strangers. I'm here to help you work on that. What the fuck, dude? Here we go. Hey, X-Snipe. This gets snipe, bitch. I might have said nice shot or something, except your team played with an unfair handicap, detected 90% of the time with noobs, does not make for a fair matchup. Next time, bro, period. Tell your Sally squad to handicap themselves if they're that good.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, bro. Sure. What is this? Okay, a whole bunch of fucking gets. Nobody would play with us at night. You gotta get hustled, get slick, get educated, get legend. Oh yeah. Zippy in taking 3 swing of snipe. What? Oh, this guy. Yeah. Cheated Zippy. Oh, Zippy. I know who he's talking about. He spawns always in our back at the down of the spawn. I hope that Americans sound no badly honest people. Got to be another Brazilian.
Yeah, that's not English.
Oh, these guys quit on us. Fuck off, you. Okay. Wait. Oh, did I get mad at? Did I say something about the way he spelled something? Because then he's like, I don't care how you spell it. Why don't you and your clan get some skill and learn how not to use the F2000 in spawn camping? I mean, sure. You see this one? Did I catch up yet? Go to fuck your asshole
Yep.
motherfucking gringo. Cool.
Yeah, I think we've seen them all,
Yeah,
man.
actually, yeah, we
Yeah.
got through all of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Chad's back. So
And I managed to get back because my system had a glitch, because that's what happens when you stream this long, I guess.
No, that's good because I was unable to figure out how to stop the stream. So
yeah, so I was just like, well, I already got all these up. I planned on going through 4 of them, but man, I regret not going with Get Aroused now, because even my avatar looked fucking perfect.
That's like, and that would have been, you would have been ahead of your curve with the Tiger King. That would have been.
Yeah, I mean, I really would have, dude. That would have been awesome. Oh well, anyway, that's it. I'm done.
This was a good time. I am the highlight reel of the commentary Mad used to get. Well, first person. Well, not first person. Ghost Recon was third person, or whatever.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I
playing
hate
Ghost
first
Recon.
person.
I prefer third person.
Yep. It doesn't feel natural when you can't see
weirdos.
your feet.
I don't know. I remember playing SOCOM when it first came out for PS2, and I've found like the secret setting to flip it to first person, and I would do so much better. And I like first person. It's my personal preference, I guess. I don't like third person games.
This night has just been so many reveals of, wow, man. It's getting close, Chad. I mean, I still like you, but I think we should end it before you reveal any more information. You know?
Look, I don't pretend to be as close to you now that you've been going out on patrol so much with Slender.
Oh, here it goes.
You get the bonding going on. He's shooting his gun. You guys are assaulting people, getting points taken away.
Well, damn, bro, get the game.
It's only 2 players at a time.
Oh, he has a job?
I'm confused now.
I mean, yeah, there'll be times where he can't play.
Oh, that's
Listen,
true.
I do not like your police polyamory right now, Matt. We're
You have
partners.
one partner at a time, but Matt is like Dirty Harry. Any given day, your other partner's dead, and we've moved on. It's like this is my partner for today. I've been assigned the random person. Plus, you're so many levels higher now. I don't even know if I'd have like the radar gun or be able to drive a car.
Yeah, he's a level 0, bro.
When I'm with him.
Oh, you don't get any because he's the one whose account is.
I get whatever equipment he has access to based on his level.
No. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, maybe I'll help Officer Mads. Police.
Yeah, because I need to get in there so that I can Oh, sorry, I was reading some dumb fucking profile I just came across. I need to get in there and start moving us ahead because we need something to happen quick.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point, you know.
Maybe I'll look at getting the game so I can help.
Phase.
Yeah, help Matt enable his partner curious phase for.
Aren't you cute? That's funny.
All right. Well, I think we've covered all of the territory we need to for this week. I hope everybody had a good time, and I'm sure that we're going to be able to get a lot of little shorts content out of this. So thanks, Matt, because that's what apparently gets the views. So that's what we need.
Yeah, man, no problem.
I guess we'll see everybody.
The girlfriend
next
got home and passed out anyway, so.
That's not bad. That's good. All right, Slender, do you have anything you want to say on the way out? The gamer's gamer. I just noticed you did that. Good for you.
And Xbox is the superior platform.
Son of a bitch. All right, I'll let you get on that note, because I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody and remind you all that you should get a PlayStation because it's better.